Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tarda Zone. A brand new day on this channel. As I said, we won't be talking about you know what anymore, and I'm sticking to that. So we've got Destiny of the Daleks today. We've got a couple of super chats from Jump Top. I will read them out, even though you know he's kind of having a go at me. But thank you for the super chat anyway. But he gives me a £2 super chat, and he says hashtag she is the doctor. Listen, mate, if she's your doctor, great. You then followed it up with a £10 super chat. And again, thank you very much, even though, like, you're taking this opportunity to have a pop at me, which you're entitled to do, I suppose. But I am no longer going to watch the Fandom Menace anymore. I'm only going to watch pro Jodie channels like William who just a rewatch of The Woman Who Fell to Earth, Jodie's first ever episode. Yeah. How many views did that get? Not many. So, like, sit down. And your other one was a £5 super chat. But I like this one. This is my favourite one. It says, Noel, I'm glad you have quit watching Jodie's Doctor. That just means more Doctor Who for me. We do not need your vile hatred in our fandom. Well, I'm glad you think that Doctor Who is going to survive past the Chibnall era. So it's not more Doctor Who for you. It's going to be over pretty soon. Because channels like mine were actually helping the BBC in the promotion of it. So we're no longer doing it. So watch William Who all you want. I've seen his Twitter. I actually replied to him. It got nowhere, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. So if you want to get technical about it, let's get technical about it. Nobody bothered their arse with it. All right, 5 million tweets for 2 weeks ago is all I'm going to say. But we're here for Destiny of the Daleks anyway. And that is it. That's the last time now I am going to even mention that era on this channel. I'm serious. So welcome, Rabbi. How are you?
Good evening. How are you, Mr. Cameron? How are you?
I'm good. I'm just sitting here now. I hope you don't mind. I'm just having a bit of a stir fry here because I was running.
Okay, no,
and I also have me ginger that Cheryl went out and bought. I think Cheryl wants to get me drunk tonight. She went out and she bought me all different types of alcohol in a can.
Yeah, that's a good woman, that is.
Yeah, whiskey, rum, you name it. So, yeah. And probably being, I love that. I wish I got paid to be criticised. I love that one.
I was going to say,
I know who Jump Top is. Listen, Jump Top, all I'll say to you is this, right? You can have the show. Nobody cares anymore. So enjoy it while it lasts, because I can tell you now, it's not going to last long. So our victory was short and sweet. All right, yeah, she can keep her. You can keep her. It's grand. We don't care. Anyway, but before we do start with Destiny of the Daleks, this has got to do with Stephen Moffat and RTD. So it's nothing got to do with what's happening now. But there was an interesting little interview. And out of that little interesting little interview, there was a little snippet about the plans for The Magician's Apprentice originally was going to have Davros in it. Davros was going to be a prisoner. So, Rabbi, obviously you have read it because you've been sending me stuff. What did you?
Actually, I haven't read that yet. I was going to read it over the weekend. That bit I was reading other bit.
Well, maybe I should have said spoilers. All right.
Cool. Doesn't matter. Carry on.
I've put my foot in it already. I'll tell you what.
No, it's totally cool. This is not a spoiler. This is an article. It's okay. I'm still going to read the article. Everything's cool.
It just sounds like an interesting concept, and
what?
Sounds like a missed opportunity. Sounds interesting that Davros was going to be the prisoner.
Well, Davros, wasn't he?
Nah, there was something else they were going to add to it.
No, it was Davros.
That's when Missy appears, isn't it?
Okay. So what I think I saw your tweet. All right. He said it was. They said it was Davros. Davros was on trial, and instead they had Davros was dying. I think in the end, Davros dying was better, though. To be honest with you.
And then and he says the reason why Russell T knows about it is because I asked Russell T to write it. Even Jordan Moffat's era, Moffat was going to Russell T and actually asking him if he would like to write episodes, which is, do you know what? And I know Russell T didn't, But that would have been fantastic if Russell T had actually wrote for
Right. I agree with you.
for RTD. And this is the kind of stuff we will talk about on this channel. That sort of Doctor Who and Classic Who. Because that's the Who that actually puts a smile on my face and actually cheers me up. So Destiny of the Daleks, has everybody got their copy ready?
I
better get ready to go as well. Where's my copy? Rabbi has so kindly sent me the special features edition.
There you go. We don't skimp here in the TARDIS zone.
That's it. So Stuart is ready. Actually, do you know what though? I will say something. I was very surprised with the reaction last night because I basically told everybody that I wasn't covering and the reaction. And you know what? What surprised me was that everybody says to me that it's the best decision that I could have made.
Listen, you know what?
Well with me. So I'm delighted that you are okay about it. So that was what I was worried about because that's how most of you subscribe to my channel because I was always giving out about Series 11 and then obviously when Series 12 aired. So it would be different. Not moaning all the time.
On a practical level, it's not going to make any difference for over a year. More than that, probably about 2 years. It's not going to make any difference because there's nothing happening. There's nothing coming out. There's nothing going on.
Damn, I only seen your thumbnail now for tonight's bleeding stream, Rabbi. Sorry, man. Damn. Oh, that's a great thumbnail and all.
Yeah,
damn.
Boy. Next time I'll do another one next time.
Right, Grant. Right, Destiny. Where is it again?
And by the way, that guy paying the super chat is very good. You need to monetize your haters. Monetize them.
That's it. Listen, I don't mind. Look, we know who it is. But don't care. Don't care. Don't care anymore. I mean, what have they gained? Nothing. Oh!
You're ahead of me.
What are you doing?
Right.
No, don't start yet. No, I haven't started yet. Hang on, don't jump as our horses there. I was only checking out to make sure the earphones were bleeding plugged in and they weren't. Please, BBC, don't. It was like 4 seconds or something.
It was less than that.
Oh, fucking bad phone. Oh,
I think after making noise over it.
Right, fine. But why is it like that? There's something wrong with... What's going on with this? There's something wrong with me Destiny of the Daleks. It's like super fucking small. Where's the auto rotate? There has to be a glitch. No. Oh my God, how am I supposed to watch that?
I don't know. It was like all the other ones I sent you, so it should be the same. Maybe you're supposed to download it?
No, I won't be able to download it. That's the point. Oh,
let me see if I can open up a mixer.
No, hold on, wait, I'll figure something out. I don't know, man. It's like it's real skinny. It's like a lion, right? It's like a lion. That's it.
That's really weird.
Oh yeah, I know. Nobody can see what I'm actually doing.
My suggestion is always make sure you have it together before it starts. But
I actually did have it together before it started. It was working perfect before even bleeding started.
Oh, it was working. Oh, that's weird. In that case, just click off it and click on it again.
I'm working on it.
That's what I would suggest.
I'm working on it. If not,
I see what you mean.
If not, I have to figure out. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. We'll sort something. Right, let's do this again. Jesus, our neighbours are very noisy, aren't they? Does anybody have noisy neighbours?
Oh, no, it's mine going now. Wait. Hang. There's got to be a thing I can do on this to make it work. Wait. No, it didn't work. No.
No, hold on. I'm going to check now. Sure, we have a few minutes. Wait, we're grand. We're still on schedule.
Sound for people listening. Or, on the screen. Will they be able to hear? I'm actually asking you.
Let me go to it in a web browser.
There is no way of doing it without StreamYard. Without StreamYard, actually. See, this is weird because you've sent me all these files before, right? And they've worked perfectly.
Right, they don't
I'm going to check something real quick because I have I'm just going to check on the actual laptop because, as I said, I have to watch it on my phone or we won't be able to do this because I won't be able to watch because I actually don't have Destiny of the Daleks here.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
I do have it on a website that I can get it on. The only problem is then is I have to connect the bloody get away, man. Wait, we might I'll see. Hold on. Right, so it's either the link is compressed.
Read what Colin wrote.
Let me see.
The opening sequence starts out as a finish line, to be fair.
Right, here we go. Now, this is the
I think it's the player that's built into the browser. I think if you had if you're able to download it and then play it on like VLC player or like another player, it'll probably play okay. But I do not know. Anywho, did anybody see
the file that you sent me? For some weird reason, the screen on the file that you sent me is really small. Every other file that you've sent me has been perfect.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on my phone as well. It's really weird. I don't know why that happened.
No.
I just text support share all night.
I mean, here's the thing. I could like re-encode it and re-upload it, but that's not going to be done so quick. Or you could download it and play it on a different player. That'll probably.
No, I have a plan. Do us a favor. Can you put on my PlayStation real quick for me and the TV?
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it on that site, but I won't have the. But I won't have the special edition effects now. But
I'm sorry, mate.
You know I don't know how to turn the PlayStation.
Baby, there's a button on the side there. See? Babe, it's on the actual computer. Hold on, guys.
I don't understand PlayStations. I know how to use computers.
Yeah.
I can't see
Be quiet.
Teddy.
It's all happening at the Glynn household tonight.
Yeah, it's brilliant here. It's brilliant. We just went down here. Come here. This country's lost its shit.
Well, what was going on with your lockdown in Ireland?
Just look at. I'm being honest with you, right? If you didn't know there was a global pandemic, right, you'd be like, what the hell's going on? Because people just obviously don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression as well.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not going to moan about it anymore. If they want to kill themselves, let them. That's what I say. I'm done giving out about idiots that, you know, are more concerned about economies and, sorry, people's lives are more important. Right? Feck bleeding people's. And what the hell is this shit?
Oh, no, problem being, I'm sorry, just saw your thing. I'm good. I'm glad you got it.
It's porn, honey. It's porn.
Again?
Yeah. Why is porn?
You know why it's on there. This always happens, man. Here, does this ever happen to you, right? So no, I better not say because then the people will just pick up on it the wrong way.
If it's if it's like a moody site, they will have dirty adverts.
That's what I was going to say. You open a window and another window just pops up right? And you didn't even open that window. It's like a pop-up window, and it's always the same thing, if you know what I mean, guys.
Yeah.
Rabbi, there's a comment for you in the chat.
What's the comment?
It's for Rabbi. It doesn't concern you.
Oh, wow.
I didn't touch it. It wasn't me. What?
It's from Problem Being. He's saying thank you for the parcel.
Yay! Oh, and I saw somebody read my story. I got I'm doing a video version of it. I got a neighbor who does like voice work, so he's doing a recording of it to music in the background. I'll do like an illustration, so it'll look like one of the BBC ones.
Right, hold on, I'm nearly there.
Oh, okay.
Rabbi, you're getting a lot of love for your short story.
Yay!
Sorry, my Missouri came out a little bit. It almost came out like sharp.
Jesus, come on, I hate some computers. Just bloody hurry up. I knew this was, you know what, I can never do, never run smoothly. Never. That's fun.
Scheduling. Listen to those Blake 7 audios before we can do the stream together. So I'm like, I'm nearly there. I'm getting closer, but I'm so behind on everything. I got like 1.5 more to go, but I'm plowing through them. As soon as I finish them, we're ready to go. Well, at least I'll be ready to go there.
Yeah. This is annoying.
I'm trying to think of the Colin Baker audio for the month, which is pretty good, by the way. I'm about halfway through that right now, and then there's the countermeasures ones, which they have a Movellan. Oh, this is app for Destiny with Dalek. They have a Movellan and they have a Dalek one.
It's the file that he sent me. So this is normally the site that I use to get all my Doctor Who, and normally when I put it in, it all pops up in one little nice little neat spot. But all of a sudden now they've decided to fucking split it all up for some weird reason. Yes, fucking idiots. Now I have to go searching through every single one now because you've changed the whole format. Fucking dopes.
It's always good when people make things better.
They think they're making things better and they're making things bloody worse.
Bloody worse. Bloody worse.
Sorry guys, just give us a second. We will get this going. We will definitely get this going.
How much is it on like iTunes?
No. I have it here. I just.
It was like $1.50. I'll gift it to you.
Classic Who. Am I writing in classic?
Rabbi, you just keep talking.
All right. Nobody's ever told that me to be before in my life.
Oh, this is
I'm just scratching. Anyway, Destiny of the Daleks. Who was that played Davros in this one? He wasn't an awfully good Davros. It's like Tony Goodall or somewhere. It seemed like the. Although didn't they reuse Michael Wish's mask and it didn't fit him, so he wasn't able to really do anything with it. No, and then when Terry Malloy took over, they made him a new mask. That's why he looked different. I was going to say the only thing that I really didn't like when Davros in the Magician's Apprentice and the Wizard's was it Magician's Familiar and the Witch's Apprentice or whatever they were called, was at the very end when Davros is dying and he opens up his eyes. I'm like, what? What was that? I thought Davros didn't have any eyes. They're all like atrophied or hollowed out. They were like just like hollow eye sockets. I didn't realize he just had his eyes shut. That was so lame. They should not have done that. But other than that, I did enjoy those episodes a lot. What does everybody think in the chat? Do they like it when Davros opened his eyes? Are people going to tell me things and they're going to be wrong?
I don't know.
I'm going to have to admonish them. What else is? I'm just trying to think what else is. Well, yeah, I think this story is cool because I think the Movellans are something that's been sadly missing. You know, it was really cool one time. I think what was it? Then in the there was these fan audios from the 80s called audio visuals, which I post on my videos. You can they're always in the video links. Then there was this one like universe-ending story, and they like reference going to Movella and its like prehistoric age, but it was some like computery name. So yeah, I always think the Movella's been horribly underused. I loved seeing them in the Capaldi episode, the pilot. Isn't that and they looked exactly the same, and I think they really worked. You know, I think it was a great look for them. So yeah, it's a shame this is the only time we ever saw them.
Did you find it?
Nope, I didn't find it.
Well, still searching at the Glenn household for the Destiny of the Daleks.
Yeah. The funny thing is that this site that I actually use, no, I don't have Destiny of the Daleks. This site that I use has them all in one spot, and for some weird reason, just because I need to get it tonight, it won't let me get away.
I'll tell you what, no, I have an idea.
Go on.
Why don't you let me send it again, and we'll do it on Saturday night, right?
Okay.
Why don't we do that?
No, I don't want it. I'm not doing that on Saturday night. I'm taking a break.
Okay.
But I'm saying if you don't do it tonight, then we can clock off and go to bed. So yeah, how much is it on iTunes?
I don't know, mate.
Aren't they usually like $1.99 US a episode or something? A couple bucks.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, we don't have iTunes. I mean, well, I guess technically you could have it, but
Well, I mean, if I could I think I could buy it on iTunes and gift it to you.
No, because I know I can get it for free. This is what's annoying me. I have this site always. I just don't understand it. See, this is what happens when you join the EU, folks. Yeah, they fucking ruin everything, right? Fuck.
so I guess then do we just not want to do it as a watch along and just talk about?
Talk about.
I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, no, it's but again, I think we should work. Like, there's no crushing rush. We were going to do it at the same time as the Dalek watch along, which I think has finished now, right? And we can talk about they did that cute prequel thing, if you saw that, which wasn't which was classic Who. So I think that fits into your remit now. Did you see the little thing they did?
What?
They had a little prequel to Dalek on tonight at on YouTube.
No, didn't watch it.
Probably is it's on Daily Motion.
Yeah, but then there's an ad every 5 minutes on Daily Motion, even when you sign in. I have Daily Motion. It's not good enough.
Is it not on like YouTube?
No.
No, but as who pointed it out? Michael, someone. But when they typed it in YouTube, no stream came up third.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Colin said that.
Classic episodes. It always comes up when I type this in. This is what I can't understand. It gives me the whole collection, including all the telly snaps and all. There's a certain site which I won't say, and you go in, and all I have to do is search Destiny of the Daleks, and then I get this shit. Jodie Whittaker's. Look, Doctor Who classic episodes I wrote in, yeah? And I get the Timeless Children, Ascension of the Cyberman, The Haunting of Gone, Kiss Me Fucking Arse, and Can You Hear Me? You can't even get away from the fucking thing at all, you can't. How are they classic episodes, just fucking space cadets? And by the way, I seen the post on Gallifrey base. I have my suspicions it's actually fake.
Well, what's the post?
Nah, it's about how I'm a sexist pig, but I'm highly entertaining.
I don't know why do people even bother saying like what does it matter? You know, there's just, if somebody says something that's patently not true, it doesn't matter what they say.
See, there's forward to Doomsday, right? Which I have, right? But it comes up in parts here, right? But you remember when I used to search? This is gonna. I'm gonna get a copyright now because it's just all sabotaging me now at this stage. But you see,
I can't even find it on iTunes.
The whole thing where I could seriously, I just had to type in John Pertwee's name, right in Destiny of the Daleks, and it'd come up. Now they have it that you can't do that, and it's ridiculous. This site was only.
Well, I would type in Tom Baker's name if you're doing it that way.
Subject John Pertwee. So I mean, I'll go into Pertwee himself, right, on this site. There you go. All I'm getting is a load of fucking radio teddy snaps and shit.
Oh, one second. I am. Hang on. I'm looking for
John Pertwee. There he is with the video that they found. Do you know, I actually think they've probably taken this off because obviously it went on to BritBox.
Yeah, it could be. So no, again, we're not under the gun to do this. We can just do it. We can call it a night, and we'll do it next week. We'll do it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Like we can get like I got a new version of it. I'll upload it to the server. We can try it out, and assuming it, then we can work. And before we go ahead, we'll know it works. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah. Kind of don't care now.
Like honestly, I am really on board for getting an early night. That sounds really, really good to me. Yeah, it's so funny. As you get older, the things that were punishments when you're a kid, is like things you look forward to. Like I want to be sent to bed early. That sounds so good.
And I just was looking forward to the stream then so I can read my book, but
I found it, didn't I?
Did you?
Like being told to go to my room is like, yeah, awesome.
I think no, hold on. This could be just all. Oh yeah, it's only all. See there's what I mean. I mean that's all Hartnell there. But when I type in John Pertwee's name, it's not coming up.
I get, but no, it's a Tom Baker story. No.
What are we watching?
It's Tom Baker.
What are we watching again?
Destiny of the Daleks.
Destiny of the Daleks.
Yeah,
Tom Baker.
Get away, leave me alone. These are all confusing me.
Tom Baker. You know, would you like a jelly baby? All teeth and smiles. All teeth and curls, I should say. That might make it come up a bit quicker if you do the search that way.
Yeah.
Brad, are you just an hour ahead of us, right?
I am 2 hours ahead of you.
2 hours ahead. So it's what, 10 o'clock for you almost.
Oh yeah, 10 o'clock right now. Right, that's it. 2 hours ahead, but none the wiser. It's really weird. I'm looking on Amazon. They got a really strange, eclectic collection. It's like I'm trying to work out how this is it by season? It's the weirdest thing. And man, most of these episodes are like $4 or $5. And if I could find it, I would just gift it to you and be like, we could be done.
Probably being sent you the link.
Well, I mean,
as I said.
I know. So.
I mean, I think you don't have a BritBox account, right?
No, sure. That's only it only works in the States,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and it won't be, and it's not available to people in Ireland because the English are racist towards us. So we'll never get that over here.
Well, you got to have a hobby.
That's it. But this is actually annoying me now. I was actually looking forward to this tonight now.
No, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Maybe that's a sign I should just give up completely.
No. It's a sign just to like go with the punches. Roll with it. Everything is groovy.
I'm not bothering because I can't find it, and I'm getting annoyed now. So, that's it. Done. I think I'm gonna quit YouTube. To be honest with you, I'm done. I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm miserable.
Right, but yeah, it might have something to do with being locked in your home for the last 2 months.
No,
I mean, that might be a factor.
I've been feeling like this for a while now. I just don't see the point in it anymore.
Well, I would say sleep on it.
No, I've been thinking about this for a couple of days. I don't need to sleep on it. And when I got my mind made up about something, I've got my mind made up about something. I'm just sick of everything. Just everything.
Dude, again, you sound like you're about. Okay, if you're gonna get off anything, I would get off Twitter. Twitter is like the worst thing for anyone.
It's not to do with anybody. It's got to do with me. I don't want to do this anymore because I don't see the point. I'm not having fun. I said this.
Right.
I originally wanted to have fun, and then it turned into something else because of what happened with the fandom, and I got sucked in for 2 years. I'm just done. There's no fun to be had anymore.
Okay, well, look, if you're not enjoying it, you're not enjoying it. That's just the way it is.
Like, I just don't see the point anymore. It's becoming a struggle.
So, dude, take a break.
I don't need a break. I had a break. Why do you think I took a break? I took a break already to see if that would help. I've been feeling like this for months. No, I won't just end. I'm telling everybody how I feel. That's how honest I've been. And if I go out, that's how I'm going to go out. So please don't interfere. Right? That's why everybody followed me in the first place, because I've always been dishonest.
That is correct.
Right? I'm just telling... Stop it for a minute. I'm just telling people how I feel right now. Right? Goddamn bloody fuck. Shh, just be quiet. Come here. Come on. Sit beside me. Come here. Shh. Calm down. Now. Why you got growling like that for? Stop it. It's nothing to do with Twitter. You all think it's to do with Twitter. It's not. Come here for a minute, right? I just want to make this point clear, right? I've been fighting this fandom for 3 years, right? If you think Twitter, Gallifrey base, YouTube, Facebook, or any of the other idiots that are on that have finally got to me and I've decided that I've had enough, you are mistaken, right? It's nothing to do with that. I'm just not enjoying doing this anymore because every time I do, there's something. There's always something. There's no enjoyment anymore. The enjoyment is being sucked out of everything. Nobody wants us to fucking enjoy anything anymore. Right? We live in a society where we're not being entertained, we're being preached to. Right? I'm just sick of the whole lot, everything. I go everywhere I go. There's just everybody are out there in the streets and all walking around. There's a pandemic and all. Just everything. I'm just pissed off with it all. Someone says maybe you're depressed. Maybe I am depressed again. Maybe I am, but I don't give a crap. right? I'm just sick of it all. Sick of the constant nah, 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 nah. That's all we hear all the time. Right? And this is not even me. And this is what pisses me off because people think this is me. This isn't me. Yes, I'm a narky cunt. Yes, I can get very highly agitated, but this is not me, right? I didn't want to be this person, right? I want to set up a YouTube channel. You know what? When I first started my YouTube channel, it was all about slideshow videos. You know, doing Doctor Who videos, showing the fandom's art, putting a bit of music to it. People were enjoying those videos. And then Series 11 dropped, and then I felt like I had to say something. And you know what? It's the biggest mistake I made. I should have kept my mouth shut, right? And just let go then.
Yeah, no. Let me ask you a question. Do you think, honestly, do you think you were able to keep your mouth shut? Do you think that was a possibility?
No.
That's a problem. Yeah,
No.
that's what. Yeah.
No, see, that's the thing.
Right.
Because if I see something, I have to say something. You know? Even today, I tried so hard not to say that and on Twitter. You know?
Right.
But I seen something that annoyed me. And I'm just sick and tired of it. I mean, I came on YouTube, yes, to highlight the issues that were going on with the current era of Doctor Who. I didn't think it was going to turn into this whole full-time job thing, which it has. And you know what? It's just been so negative for the last 3 years that I finally just got to the stage where I just don't care anymore. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's bad. I just don't care.
Well, yeah,
have a laugh. I don't even have a laugh anymore. Because you have one little mouthy gobshite that comes into the chat and ruins it. Just can't leave me alone. Just can't. Right? Even when I put up my announcement video, right, to say that I wasn't doing anymore, still got dislikes. They're still not fucking happy. Just fuck off and leave me alone. I'm sick of it, right? And then people then writing to me saying, you know, some people saying, great decision, you've made the right decision, and thank you to those people. But then there's other people that are texting me, oh, you're bailing on us. I'm not fucking bailing on that, right? For 3 years I've worked hard on this, and if I want to bow fucking out, I'll bow out, right? I'm bowing out because there is no point anymore. Paul Cornell ruined all the good fucking will. It's gone. I don't care. I wish people would understand that. I don't care. If the two of them fucking flew off the edge of a cliff, I don't care. I've just gotten to the stage where I just don't care anymore. I just don't care about anything anymore, to be quite fucking honest with you. What's the point?
Well, I have to say, honestly, I think there is a point, but also on the other hand,
and I love you because you're always the optimist, and you'll always try bring me back. But I mean, look, I love you for your optimism, but I mean, I just for me, I don't see the point anymore.
Honestly, I really genuinely, if it wasn't for us, it would just fizzle out much quicker. I mean, because of us, I think it's going to come back. I think it's probably going to come back a lot sooner than anybody believes it will.
Like I was hoping tonight would actually, because to be honest with you, I was actually looking forward to tonight, and I even said to Charlotte, "I hope this, you know, I'm looking forward to this."
Well, I'll tell you what,
and you know what? I don't. You know what? The fact that it just messed up is just typical. It's just
wait. I have an idea. I have a good idea.
I've worked hard on this channel for 3 years as well, and like it seems people come and go. You know what? I'm just sick of it all. I'm just sick of it all. There's a lot I really want to say, but I won't because I'll end up falling out with loads of people. But there is a lot that I really want to say. But you know, there's just certain behavior from certain people as well. You know, I've helped people out, and I just, you know,
Hey, no.
If I say anymore, I'll get myself into trouble. But all I'll just say is, all you little leeches out there, yeah, just stay away from me as well. I'm sick of everybody. I'm just sick of it. Ted, shut up for a minute, buddy. Right, everything's all right. I am calm, even though I'm angry, which is even worse.
Ted.
Right, I'm not going to let Rabbi, listen, problem being, I get what you're saying, but I'm not going to let Rabbi pay for something so we can watch it. No, when I can get it for free. That's the point. He already downloaded the fucking thing for me in the first place. So he's already done enough for me. Listen, I'm not being ungrateful here. Rabbi has done more than anybody else to try to lift me up from me doom and gloom lately, right? And I thank him for that. But like, he's done enough for me. He's done enough. Right.
But no, I got a bunch of other stories, the animated ones on the server.
Well, here, do you know what I have right now? Actually, do you know what we can do if you want to? We have an animation. He gave me an animation that I think will work if you want to. We just have to change the name of the live stream later on. But what have I got? You sent me Moonbase. The Moonbase, didn't you? Didn't you send me?
I tell you, I got a bunch. I got Macra Terror is up there. I would rather go for a 4-episode one.
Right, just want us to do Macra Terror right now. If you want us to do Macra Terror right now, get you on Macra Terror. We'll get the Macra Terror. I have it here. It's ready to go and all. So if you want to do Macra Terror,
let's see what like is the chat up for that?
Well, they want something.
Let them eat cake.
I suppose they've stuck with me, and I owe them. And I'm sorry for going on a rant, but this is just how I'm feeling right now. And I know some of you will say, look, you will know where I'm coming from. And you will probably tell me to relax a little bit and to think about it. But I'm deadly serious. I don't know what it is. I've just lost all the... This... Fighting this fandom for 3 years, I'm being honest with you, has finally taken its toll. I just don't...
Okay, but no, the reason or any of these things don't really bother me, there's nothing anyone on any of these things could say something that's going to bother me, because I don't care what any of them have to say. And it's not that I don't like them. It's not that I'm against them. I don't care. Like, they want to say that I'm a sexist and I eat babies. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't care.
Right. I've got the Macra Terror already. Well, I thought we did the Macra Terror, actually. Did we not do the... Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't. I said I watched it with you. Yeah, now, which way are you doing this now? Because... Oh, no. Only has the animation. Because the way I did it was I watched the original footage and then the animation and whatever animation original footage. But on the phone, it only has the 4 animations. So we'll go with the animation.
I think you the faceless ones.
Right, again. Oh, okay. You know what?
Yeah, this is Macra Terror. I love the story.
Right, I better get my earphones in. Right, I'm going to mute this for a minute because I don't want it. Because if I make another mistake, I'm just going to jump out the window.
Well, don't do that.
Where's my earphones for starters, anyway? I had them there but I'm a clown because I keep moving stuff. No, I threw them on. Where did I throw them? On the chair there in anger? Yeah. Oh, I need a holiday. We all need
a holiday, mate.
Oh, I want to go to Disneyland. I don't care. I'm an adult and I want to go to Disneyland and I don't give a shit who knows, right? I want to meet Mickey Mouse and punch him in the fucking face. Right? And why do I want to punch him in the face? For selling sex to our kids for decades. That's why.
Wait, who are you punching in the face? Why?
If you haven't actually watched those videos on Disney selling sex to your kids, they're available on YouTube. I'm starting to lose the plot here. Justin Doyle says, have a beer on me now. Sounds like you need it. Do you know what? Cheryl did get me a drink, and I think the best thing I could do right now is actually have one. But thank you, Justin. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I thought I turned the volume. Then I'll see. I've lost it.
I will sit back and have a
Right.
Mickey
I'm ready. Right. I'm ready. Right. Let's get into focus. Come on. Zen. Right. He's all ready. We let Rabbi do the countdown. We let Rabbi do the. Macra Terror isn't on BritBox's problem being. Can we very quickly send? No, it'll probably take ages to send them to you. Oh, hold on. Can I actually send these to you?
Well, it's just sending him a link.
I could say, yeah. That's what I was gonna do. But can I? How do I share on this phone? Oh shit.
It's okay. It's all gonna be fine now.
Do it.
We're sitting there.
Send it to him.
No, it's because I have to learn how to do these things myself. Like,
I know, but do you want to do that learning thing right now, or do you just want me to
send a copy there. Send a copy. I have it. So problem being, I'll send it to you on Messenger if it let me. Right? If it doesn't, no, it won't let me because of course my phone has to be a moron. Hold on, I'll send you through. Are you on Twitter? You are on Twitter, aren't you? What are you doing on Twitter as again? Oh no, I won't be able to put it up on Twitter either. I'll send it to you by direct message on Twitter. But let us know what your name is on Twitter because I forget. See, just got my head's all over the place.
Yeah, one thing. I'll take care of it.
I have it here. I just need his name. If he gives me his name, I can be able to send the first episode right now.
Wait. I have an email from him in my inbox. There we go.
Okay, go on.
I'm now replying to. Okay, problem being, I am sending you an email, replying to the one you sent me, which has a link in this.
Now, when you get the email, let us know, and then we'll do the 10-second countdown. Rabbi will do it, and then we all press play, and we just get this show on the road, and let's see if we can actually. Well, actually, you know what? The one thing I will say about this story is this, right? I have watched it, and I will say that one thing I will say is that this actually translate well as an animation. I don't think it would have go well as an actual seeing the live footage because of the Macra itself. I don't think you know the budget. I'm glad it's an animation. I think it works better as an animation.
Yeah, I think so
if
too.
I was seeing it for real live back in the day. I think the animation is a lot better. And I like it. Yeah. It's a good story. When you see there's a little scene in it that you will see that I've spoke about. When you see how Patrick Troughton's doctor comforts Zoe, it's actually quite.
Right. That isn't this one. Right. But what was I going to say? What is your favorite Patrick Troughton story?
The what?
What is your favorite Patrick Troughton story?
Oh. Do you know what though? I think I like the Patrick Troughton story. Me favorite. Ooh. I don't have a favorite. Well, you see, there's not many of his surviving episodes, and the ones that I have watched are all. I haven't found anything wrong with them. I've actually enjoyed them all, to believe it or not.
Oh, I enjoy them all. Yeah,
no. The ones that have survived. Yeah, Tomb of the Cybermen is I don't like the design of the Cybermen and that, but yeah, that's pretty epic. I only watched that a couple of weeks back.
Actually, the Cybermen does have a very cinematic feel, you know.
But for me, it'd have to be his last story, actually.
Oh, War Games, good choice.
War Games, because
War Games, excellent story.
That story is just
rattles 10 episodes, rattles along like nothing. Is incredible.
It is a great story, and you know what? The Warlord wasn't that his name? The Warlord. That was an interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was came from it.
And the part, obviously, the war games, obviously, you know, it has that sad little moment at the end of it as well. Jamie, you know, it never sits with me when companions get their minds wiped, just like Donna did. It never sits well with me. I've always hated that.
Happen often.
Right, guys, are you all ready? Problem being, have you got that sorted, mate? So we can And my favourite Patrick Troughton moment would have to be the moment in this episode, I'm being honest, where he comforts Zoe. Because they're basically going into the unknown. The Macra are there, they could see the Macra, they could both die. And he's like, he kind of like at first is a little bit grumpy, and then he realizes that this is not the time to be grumpy, you know? And then he goes, everything will be fine, and he grabs her hand and they walk down.
Yeah, he was very good at doing that. It was very not Zoe. It was
yeah, and maybe when I watch it, I'll put a smile on my face and I'll stop being grumpy. But right now, I don't. I just.
It was Polly, not Zoe.
I keep getting mixed up. Yeah, I know. Jesus, I know, Polly. I'm just a tick.
Problem being, you get the link.
Come on, I want to start. Like I'll be out by the time we fucking started. Fuck's sake, I've already had a rant for about 20 minutes now. We don't need yous all delaying. Come on.
Okay, are you ready now?
I'm ready. I'm always fucking ready.
We're all ready.
This channel.
Okay, are we okay? It's got that little. If you're watching the, I assume everyone's watching the.
The countdown now. What are you talking about? Special. If you have the special edition one, good. If you have the normal one, good.
There's only one edition. There's only the animated. Okay, so fine. We'll do a 5-second countdown.
Go for it.
There's a little pre-title sequence. That's what I'm saying.
Right, go on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play. And the TARDIS is above the planet, the Earth.
Yeah, I'm about a second behind you, so yeah, but I'm there. Right. Good.
Also 1 second, so we can get in sync.
Right, I'm on 12 seconds now. Well, grand.
Right. They're going into the top of the TARDIS, the light, and now we just faded into the console room.
Come with me, Donkey.
Do you want another glass?
Sorry, this was after. When did it come off?
It's okay. I'm fine now.
Come on, Teddy.
He wants to stay with his daddy.
Great.
The time scanner.
Yeah, this is such a cheesy cliffhanger they came up with out of nowhere.
I have to say though, I like the animation in this one now a lot better than I did when I originally first seen it, because I was actually quite critical of the animation because I was saying it could be doing better, you know. But this was good. I love this little clip here.
Right, and then I like how it fades into the titles.
Look at that. And I have to actually say, right, the animation title sequence with Patrick Troughton's animation face is epic. If you haven't seen it, it actually is better, I think. Might be controversial to some people out there, but this is where your dude starts running, isn't it? This is where your dude. Isn't this where your man starts running through the bloody?
If you listen to the audio that they put out in the 90s, what 92, you really don't get the same feeling that you do from watching this. Watching it makes you like feel like you were as you saw it.
Cool. I'm going this way too. I've got the DVD, but not on hand. All right. If anybody has, everybody got the Macra. I'm sorry, it is short notice. I seriously, I had Destiny. That's why we suggested Destiny, because I actually did have it on that site. As I said, it's annoying me. Well, listen, I just want to make one thing clear when I say that I haven't enjoyed myself. I mean, when I haven't enjoyed myself, I haven't enjoyed myself talking about you know what, right? But every other stream that I've done that we haven't been talking about it, I have enjoyed. I want to make that clear. I'm just a bit right now. Maybe I am depressed. I think I might be, but I just not this isolation is doing me head in. Oh, this music again. I'm pretty sure we did this already.
Well, us two?
Yeah. This
Really?
is so familiar. I think we did because we were slagging this music off before.
No, I liked it. I think it works. I think it's fun.
Did I not? Well, I must have done this with someone else.
I think you might have done.
Well, it doesn't matter. I like it anyway. The music is ridiculous.
So the opening really reminds me a lot of the Prisoner. You got that very like the village. Everything is fine vibe. You know, everything is awesome. Don't ask any questions.
Try again.
Oh, so the story that this was just coming in after was Moonbase. It's such a strange little story, isn't it? I mean, you don't really see the TARDIS crew from do you?
Again, I will say, because the acting is so intense, because some of the scenes are so, the acting is so outrageously, they are, you could see with these actors, they were dramatic actors that probably worked in theatre. So the acting is kind of over dramatic. And so this is why I think this works better as an animation rather than if we had a scene it live.
Yeah, are there any? There aren't any stills of this because, like, I know. Did this this bit out now? Was it like a location shoot? Before it was obviously.
Yeah, the music is quite creepy in this. You're right, Michael. It is. I love the music in this this four-parter actually. Again, I'll just bringing up Big Finish quickly. Big Finish have some great stories, as from Rabbi's channel and Daniel's channel and Blue Bonnet. They've covered Big Finish quite extensively. There's few stories anyway that I've listened to over the years. There was one with Sylvester McCoy that I remember listening to, where the TARDIS brings him to this what he thinks is an abandoned spaceship, but there's this creature on it it has a Yorkshire accent. It's actually quite funny, but the creature's obsessed with the engines.
What is that one?
I forget what the name of it was, but it was quite good. But again, Big Finish could, cash in. They cash in majorly with the audios. But could you imagine if there were animations to some stories?
Well, they do. I mean, I think the Big Finish works with who does these animations. They're part of the team involved in it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind some of the audios that they've done to become actual animated stories.
Well, the closest they got is that version of Sharda had that bad, a very simple animation.
Mm. So, guys, what do you think of the animation in the Macra Terror? Because I remember at the time when I first seen the Macra Terror, when it was first released, I wasn't impressed. Now, maybe I've gotten soft or something, but I remember when Rabbi sent it to me. Now, Rabbi always sends me the black and white version. Now, he could send me the color version, but I agree with him. If you're going to watch classic cool like that, and if it was in black and white, I think you should really.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's better in black and white, to be honest with you, personally speaking.
In color, it just looks like a cheap cartoon to me.
Yeah. Now you see, they're outdoors, right? There's some things that I noticed with some of this animation. So they're outdoors in this scene, yeah. But listen to
Right.
their voices. They're in an echo chamber. They're definitely in a studio or something.
That's interesting.
Here you-
Yeah, there's no records of what this colony looked like. I'd love to see the designs for it. They just made this all up out of nothing.
Oh, that song is just creepy.
Right, it goes on all the time.
Medoc.
Right, I like the costume design.
See, you're forced, right, when I was watching this, right?
Right.
Obviously, you know, until we seen it on animation, obviously I'd seen all the telesnaps or whatever and the reconstructions and stuff. But it was only until I watched the animation, as I said, but Shada is a little bit better than the Macra Terra. Animation wise, I agree with you, yeah. I do agree with you, but the animation is improving, which is a good thing because it should, in fairness. But yeah, they should really make an effort now. The last full hog now finishing Troughton. I think they're nearly finished Troughton now. Troughton will actually have.
They're getting closer. It's like they've got fairways to go still. Yeah. Let me have a look. They've got
They're
the
getting there. They'll finish before both of us are dead, Rabbi. What?
No, they're finishing. They got Highlanders to go. That's 4 episodes, and 2 episodes of Underwater Menace, and then Evil of the Daleks. Evil of the Daleks is the big one. There's 5 episodes of that. So you got to do 11 episodes for season 4, and then is missing from the Abominable Snowman. Most of them, isn't it?
Yeah, the Abominable Snowman. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one.
Evil of the Daleks. So I agree with you. I want the Evil of the Daleks as well.
Evil of the Daleks is the big one, right?
Yeah.
So there's 5, 6, and the Theory from the Deep's coming soon, and then Wheel in Space. So and then there's also Space Pirates. Oh, I have to tell you, I would really like it if for the William Hartnell ones they reshoot them with the David Bradley crew and just do it just like the kids did the Mission to the Unknown. Use exactly the same like materials and space that they would have used for the original one, like a real recreation of it.
I don't know about Hartnell now being, someone else doing Hartnell now, to be quite honest with you. I'd rather than, they still have these audio tracks. I'd really make the effort to finish his animation. No, I think you should, if you have his audio and you have stuff that you can use to complete these stories, use his voice.
For William Hartnell, it's not actually that much. Although there's one story which I really would like, which they said they're not going to do, it'd be too expensive, would be The Crusades. I really want to see that one.
Yeah, there's just so much going on in that episode that'd be very hard to animate, wasn't it?
Exactly. That's exactly what they said.
Yeah.
Which
is a shame. And that is the problem that, fans do sometimes give out, well, why are they doing certain animations? And I used to be one of those fans. It's because, some episodes, there's just so much in some of the stories that it's just so hard to animate them. And it is, as I said, such a shame. Stories will never see the light of day unless one of these private collectors, if they actually rumor do have these missing episodes, were to come forward. But Doctor Who, it's such a shame what BBC did back in the day, but it was policy. It was a
right.
it was a fucking stupid policy, but in those days, they weren't the only bloody television company doing stuff like that. It is a shame that Doctor Who did bear some of the brunt, but I know there's other TV shows out there that ended up worse. So I suppose while we haven't,
Who's the only one that's really noticed, really? I mean, isn't it?
yeah,
Because such a obsessive. Well, there's Adam Adamant's been pretty much wiped out, and Ace of Wands. There's a bunch of stuff. Callan, what the early Callans? I love that show. Callan. You ever seen Callan?
no.
Oh, really? They're all on YouTube. They are freaking awesome.
Oh shit! What did I do? Oh, there.
What happened?
Right, so Doc is in his cell, and the Doctor's just releasing him.
Right.
Which I thought was a bit stupid, right? So in this story, right, the Doctor, right, and I get it. Patrick Troughton's Doctor is trying to help Doc. He's right. He's trying to get down to the bottom of whatever is happening. But he's in the cell there now with a cheeky little smile on his face, right? And the head of security has walked in, the fella that's running the whole complex, and he says, "Well, I let him go." It's like, and he's got a. He says, "I left me someone that I originally caught in the first place." Patrick Troughton's Doctor was cheeky. He was funny. Do you know, it's just such a pity that most of these episodes, haven't survived, because the ones that have, watching Patrick Troughton on screen, you could see that even though he wanted to put his own take on it, he was still respectful. Still respectful.
Right, exactly.
I just, we've been very lucky. We've been very lucky.
We're very lucky to live in an age where they can do these reconstructions.
Think about it. Not many fans of a TV show can actually say that they've had over 50 years of great Doctor Who or great whatever show they watch. It's at least we could say that. And if you look at all the actors that have played the Doctor, we haven't had one bad one.
Oh, yes, we have.
Well, I don't want to mention who, but as far as I'm concerned, even the other ones, even Colin Baker, he's not my favourite Doctor. He wasn't a bad Doctor. It was just his Doctor was the wrong Doctor at the wrong time, in fairness. His Doctor was it wasn't the right time for his Doctor. But we have been very lucky with the actor that we've gotten to play the Doctor. I mean, William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison. Who else was there? It was Colin Baker, then after Peter Davison. I keep getting confused with these two. Then Sylvester McCoy. Then it was Paul McGann. Then it was the War Doctor, let's just say. Then Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, Capaldi. We've been bloody spoiled. We've been bloody spoiled.
We are pretty much, 13 for
right. When it's come to the actor anyway, we've been spoiled. If you think about a one bad Doctor, or say two bad Doctors in 50 odd years of Doctor Who, is actually quite an achievement.
Yeah, I think about the Sylvester McCoy years. Yeah, his first season wasn't great, but those last two seasons, I think 7 of those 8 episodes, or those 8 stories, was the best Doctor Who there'd been for, I don't know, a decade. Since a long time.
Right, I'm on my Malibu Coke now. Malibu Coke. Ugh. I haven't drank Malibu in about 15 years, but she got these cans for me. What percentage is this crap anyway? 5%. So the other one was about 7. Shit. It's grand. Just a shout out to Matrix Lord, who injured his back apparently in work. So just want to wish you well, mate. And look after yourself. Stay safe, man. And Daniel's not here, as you've noticed, because it's his mum's birthday. So I know I don't know the winner, but happy birthday and congratulations on raising such a wonderful kid, because he's a credit to you. So we'll see Daniel back here soon. So there's me, Doc, again. See, the doctor just keeps bumping into me, Doc. It's bloody funny. This is why I kind of would love to see this live, because to me this actually looked funny, because he just keeps, they just keep finding each other. It's bloody, and then the doctor then just pulls out his accordion and just,
recorder
or whatever it's called. What's the musical instrument? The accordion, isn't it?
Recorder.
Or recorder, same thing, isn't it? No, it's not actually. Oh, Teddy, you're angry because Mammy had to wash it? Oh. Are you nice and clean? Are you nice and clean, buddy? Good boy. Macra terror.
Yeah, all this like subplot pollution and stuff is very ahead of its time, isn't it?
It was, but again, this is how you do if you want to highlight a situation like that or a topic like that. The Macra terror is a perfect example of how you do it within the context of Doctor Who, which doesn't happen now. But I agree with you. This story was ahead of its time. I mean, there was other stories that are way ahead of its time as well. I mean, Doctor Who did, a lot of things that other TV shows didn't do, and Star Trek was the same. Those two shows were pioneers, were way ahead of their time, and it is heartbreaking to see those two franchises in the state that they're in now. Yeah,
actually, it's fascinating. There was a Midnight's Edge video just went out today talking about specifically what went down with Star Wars.
yeah.
Where you can extrapolate from that how there was this one cascade failure throughout, and it's not really what we thought it was. Went throughout the entire entertainment industry.
I know. It's sad. It's sad. But look, again, we've got stories like this we can look back on and appreciate what they tried to do back in the day. And you know what? But the most ironic thing is, and I'll just finish up by saying this, right? Do you know what the most ironic thing about Doctor Who and Star Trek is? Those two shows have been criticized for not being inclusive, not breaking barriers, and all this other bullshit from the other side. But these shows were the pioneers. These shows were the ones that were way ahead of their time. And it's the ones that's why they target these shows. Because they're established, and they think by gender swap, because it's established that people want it's grand, it's established to be fine. But it doesn't work that way, folks.
I think it was in '66. They were in was the 10th planet? Was it 10th planet? Yeah, 10th planet. They had they were like so ahead of the game. They cast. I
watched it. They had a black astronaut. I put the photograph up and I put the video.
That was like unheard of then.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a colonel. By the way, not just a black astronaut as a token. He was a colonel and all. Actually,
he was a character. Now they just do everything by by checklist and charter.
Yeah, here's me, Doc. Now he's off now. Doctor's following him. This is a good first episode.
It is a great cliffhanger we got coming up as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't the producer? I read an interview in Doctor Who magazine years and years ago when you were saying, for the life of me, I don't understand why this giant crab costs more than my car.
Oh, look at that.
This is so much better in animation, right?
That's what I'm saying. That cliffhanger. Actually, can I ask? And I know that there is people, and we're gonna take. We're gonna wait now for 2 minutes till everybody gets ready. But I want to ask you that cliffhanger. Anybody remember watching that as a kid live? And if you do, what did it look like? Did it actually scare you? Because in the animation, I have to say, it works well in the animation. I just not so sure
in
that
the
would have worked when it was done at the time. It just doesn't look like it would have worked. I think the crab would have looked so bloody. The CGI would, well, if they even had special effects back then, but you know what I mean. The practical effects, it would have looked really bad in my opinion. But if anybody remembers watching paper plates for eyes of the crab, they had. Oh, right.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's like, you know, the great thing about, you know, early Doctor Who is they really didn't care what they had, what their resources were. They would try anything.
Yeah. Right. We're ready. I'm going to do the countdown for this one. So if everybody gets the second part, we're just going to keep rolling because as it took me about 20 minutes to look for Destiny of the Daleks, even though I realised
like an hour
I was actually checking the wrong doctor because I'm an idiot because I'm flustered all night tonight for some weird reason. We're just going to get cracking on the second part. When we get to the third part, we'll take a 5-minute break, let everybody have a bathroom break, and then we get straight back into the last one, have a little short discussion, and then we'll end it so Rabbi can go to bed and get himself to bed and get some beauty sleep. So he wakes up tomorrow and he's all rearing to go.
We want that to happen.
I need to take on tomorrow. Right, are you ready? We're going to do the countdown. So a 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody press play. And we should have the title sequence.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. Right, I actually think I need a special something to keep me calm.
Okay.
Yeah, I have Malibu Coke here. And yeah, Cheryl went and bought me all these cans of different alcoholic beverages. So
yeah,
the stream, if I get drunk and I start singing songs, I'm only messing. I won't get that bad.
Okay.
I do like the Patrick titles, Michael. I actually said it when we started.
Yeah,
I think they're easily probably one of the best, if not the best. Let's be honest here. Yes, me, Doc.
Okay, this cop guy, like anything other than an evil person. He just looks like so evil.
He does look like a prick, but you have to admit, like he's been in this. I actually thought he was sinister when I first watched this. Right, I was like, he's up to something. He's actually helping the Macra, but it turns out that he's actually not. He's actually just going by the rules of this compound because obviously they're all brainwashed when they fall asleep.
Right.
I'm just drinking Pepsi, says Michael. Yeah, Pepsi's good.
Have a coconut smile, baby. And obviously not
there's other stuff out there that can relax you. That's great as well.
Yes, that sounds like a very good plan.
It's legal in some countries.
Of course.
But we won't mention it on this channel, but you still know what I'm talking about. It's green, you know? And you can put it in something.
Okay. I have many different solutions to what you're talking about there.
Yeah. And many different strains as well.
There are. Yes, I do tend to agree.
Oh God.
And it's in no way or means a massive pain in the ass having all my kids home for weeks on end.
Oh, I tell you.
Sneak around.
It'd be just great though when this crisis hopefully lifts, because do you know what? As you all know yourselves, I am pretty strong-minded, but I have to be honest. These last couple of weeks, I'm going to admit it, I'm open, which is on this channel.
I think
3 years of
I think that the whole
now. I don't really want to give up my YouTube channel because I love all of you guys. I love doing what I do when I'm not talking about the other thing. It's just lately, it's just become such a bloody chore, and it shouldn't be. Because like when I come on, you do cheer me up straight away. I have to admit now, when I do come on, I don't be in the humor, but when I do it and get into it, you all cheer me up. And that's the reason why I keep going, because of you guys. If you weren't here, I'd be gone off YouTube. I just don't see the point. You know what I mean? In arguing with little gobshites all the time over something that they've helped destroy. You know, but no. I just had a bit of a wobble like we all do. And you know, I don't care that I had it in front of you guys, because you know what? I've always been truthful and honest with you and open. So no better place to do it than on this channel with all of yous, because yous are all here with me. And yous know me better than anybody else, like me wife. So when everybody attacks me, yous know me anyway. So this is what keeps me going. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I've just had a wobble. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I probably need to jump into a pool of water, even though I'm terrified. I just need to do something crazy.
Okay.
No, I don't mean that in bad crazy. It's just because we're in isolation now. I just feel like I need to do something, you know, to feel alive again. Anybody feeling like that? Because you're do something crazy, not acting bad, but just get out and do something just to, you know, I'm alive. But no.
Yeah, look, life is every day is just kind of melting into the next. Like life is just kind of like this relentless white noise right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do like the trout. I do like the animation, Michael, of Trouton. I have to say.
Oh, right. Watchalong.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's just certain the animations that I've watched. For example, Shada. Even though I do like the animation in Shada, now I didn't originally. See, I've changed my opinion on a lot of things, believe it or not. But
yeah,
sometimes when they walked in the animation, it just looked so bad. It just looked so bad. I was just, oh no, this is just bad. But this one,
I think those were like in the early, like the Ice Warriors they were particularly bad.
Yeah.
But they kind of got.
Are you gonna buy this new Power?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because I never got the Blu-ray version of it, and I want it in high def. So I bought the DVD when it came out because that's the only one I could get. But I really wanted the Blu-ray and I wanted an excuse to get it. So I would give the DVD away on the channel when I get the Blu-ray version.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. But again, shameless cash grab. But I love that voice though. But that's where it gets. See again, this is where I think it works well, is the animation, because the Macra are talking and they're screaming. They're like, "You're the Macra!" Like it's real dramatic. This is the scene I was telling you all about now. So for people that aren't watching, they're all lying down now asleep in this room, and there's a voice talking to them. And basically,
I need the big comfy covers on top of me to go to sleep. They're all fine without it.
Yeah, so they're basically being told though that that there's no such thing as the Macra, all this, that they mustn't believe this, and that their job is to work and all and to be happy and doing and all this crap. And then Jamie, of course, Has to be Jamie. Jamie wakes up halfway through and then realizes there's something bloody going on. Here he is. He's about to wake up now.
The old Highlander.
You will question nothing.
A few weeks ago, he was saying he wasn't going to go with a magic piper.
Yeah.
You don't need key with you, magic pepper.
Oh, by the way, just a shout out to Gary from Neurotics' last Doctor Who video. I finally got to around watching it last night anyway. Well, this morning before I went to bed. Thanks for the shout out, mate. Really appreciate it.
What do you say? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I sent him a few screenshots and he used them in his video. So he thanked me for that. And so I want to say thanks, man. I really appreciate it. He didn't have to do that, but like that's the kind of man he is. See, we all criticize, right? Gary, the whole lot of them, the Ballstreck, Doomcock. Do you know what? They're probably the nicest people in the bloody fandom that I've ever came across. They'll do anything to help. These people don't get to see what these guys do in the background and behind the scenes with YouTubers like me. If we're struggling or we need help, they're always
true. That's so true. They will so reach out to you.
Exactly, always. Look what Gary is doing with the comic book industry. Amazing. And I know it's not much. No, that's not much. And Gary knows it's not much. He's even said so himself. But you know what? The fact that he's actually standing up and doing something about the comic book industry when the people that are actually writing the comics don't give a shit goes to show you what kind of man Gary is. So again,
that's exactly that's not like the group that Paul Cornell wants to get into. That is that group.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a gobshite.
Yeah,
this is the Dr. Biggest most.
Here, just off subject a little bit though, Rabbi. You really do have to check out Gary's video though. The start of that video is just epic.
Oh, okay, fine, I will.
Do you remember a time when Doctor Who used to be bang? Do you remember a time when Doctor Who and he lists all these points? Oh, the start of his video is epic. Brilliant.
I roasted Chris Chibnall's massive column this week in Doctor Who magazine. Yeah, normally he only does like one page, and that's if he has to pad it out. This month it was 3 pages. You know why?
Do you know what, Rabbi? Do you know what? Because I like it, even though I made a rule. Go on, I'll let you tell me, but
I'll tell you why. Because it was telling you how great he was. He was like those. Was it? You know, Ricky Gervais? He takes the piss out of celebrities. Yeah. So it just hurts me how good I am, and that's what it was like. He was so moved by his own wonderfulness.
Do you know what?
Him and Jodie were the great. Oh my God, it was hilarious. It was so vile.
Yeah. Do you know what? Though I'll just say this. What annoys me is about this whole situation is that he goes and he can do all of this, and I don't have to write a reply, and that's why
But you do.
Cornell.
But you do have the right reply.
Yeah, but
you're doing it right now. That's what this is. This is your right to reply, and it's a right reply that resonated with people because you built up your audience.
Yeah, I know, and I'm grateful for every single one of you as well. By the way, I don't want you thinking. I don't know. Maybe this isolation is getting to me a lot more than I actually thought, but I will say 3 years of fighting this fandom does take its toll.
I know. Honestly, I think the whole Paul Cornell thing was a real kick in the balls that you weren't expecting, and it just was too much.
Yeah,
I really think it was.
The timeless children was the breaking point, as you know, right? But what annoys me is, and I'm sorry, I know I'm bringing it up again. But the thing that annoys me is that the goodwill was built up again. Right now, I'm
Well,
not
exactly.
saying
I think that's what really hurt.
holding hands and singing "Kumbaya" and we were all getting on great. There was still friction within the fandom, but it was settled. It wasn't as nasty.
It was settling, right?
Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say because I want to concentrate on the Macra terror. Listen. I just until I'm ready to speak again. Wow, Rabbi's
Miss with the Macra, there is no such.
Rabbi.
It's the same.
No, you sound like a bloody Dalek.
How do I sound now?
You still sound like a Dalek.
One sec.
You might need to refresh yourself in. Yeah, everybody is saying, look, you sound like a Dalek, man.
So I'll leave and I'll.
Oh, that sounds brilliant, though, doesn't it, guys? Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. I don't know what happened there, but that is epic. It was a Cyberman, more of a Cyberman problem being, I agree. That was epic. Oh my god. And it was in slow motion as well. Did you just hear that? Right, so me doc now is locked in this room and they're showing them, if I'm correct, images on the screen to try brainwash him again. Spitfire Mark has joined us. Good evening, good evening. Let's hope Rabbi now is. You're back to your. Oh my God, man! You sounded like a Cyberman. That was deadly. That was deadly. Man. Read the comments, man. Read the comments, man. Right? You hear what people are saying? Revenge of the Rabbi. And then someone said you should have kept that. Actually, I would have kept that as well. That little bit of a voice changer. That was brilliant. I don't know what that was, but whatever.
I don't know. Okay. Unless I've shaken off my cyber conditioning. I thought Polly had long hair. At this point,
Polly had got long hair, but I think if I'm not 100% sure now. But I think she did end up having short hair. But Ben has kind of gone off on folks because obviously the brainwashing tactics worked on him.
Yeah, there was no problem.
Yeah. And it's actually weird because Ben is normally the one that would resist stuff like this and question stuff like this. And it's quite interesting that in this story, he's the one that's basically, being the one that's being brainwashed.
Well, I think they were phasing him out by this point. They weren't so happy with him. And they were going to keep on Polly, but she decided to go as well.
Oh, is this another cliffhanger now? Hold on, we're nearly there. Yeah, shortly.
That flew by.
Nearly. We're 16 minutes in, so we've got a few more minutes. But yeah.
About 10 minutes then. There we go.
Spitfire Mark A1 says 1A says walking home from work with you for company. Well, thank you very much. Actually Rabbi, but I suspect me and Rabbi have actually done this, or I definitely done this with someone.
You did it with somebody. I don't think it was with me.
We were supposed to do Destiny of the Daleks, but then I had a bit of a meltdown because I couldn't get it. And then I just lost the plot for about 5 minutes. Well, no, about 15. But I'm surrounded by friends. No, I don't class you as subscribers and stuff like this. I do class you as friends. You are here every night with me when I'm on. And I have gotten to know a few of you, So you are friends.
Okay. This must look really lame, this bit where the...
where the Macra picks her up and all, yes. Well, can I ask anybody, did anybody watch this live at the time? What was that saying actually like where the Macra picks her up and stuff? And yeah, doesn't he pick up a stick then and he starts hitting it with a stick? Oh, they get trapped here. See, this would have been a great cliffhanger though, but I'm not so sure seeing it live this would have worked.
I mean, certainly the macro, like the way they scuttle, is much better than they could have managed in the original. That whole scuttling movement is really creepy.
It is. It actually is good. This scene is a bit ridiculous though. My dad saw it. He told me. Was the scene any good? Someone keeps saying cardboard box. Did they use Did they really use? Because someone said they used paper plates for the eyes.
Really? I thought the lines.
Is there any original? That's what I was going to say. Is there no original photography, or is that gone?
I don't think there is. It's one of the most lost stories. I don't think there's even many telesnaps.
Hold on, I'll have a look real quick while we're watching. The Macra Terror original images.
I would go for telesnaps.
See if there is any surviving original images. Right, here I have one here actually. Oh, okay. We've got some. All right. Right, well here we'll.
Yeah, throw them up. Let's have a look.
So I'll throw them up while we're watching. That'd be good for you guys to kind of get a bit of a. There is a photo with a claw as well. Yeah, I have that one there as well, Gary. I'll show them that as well. But hold on. Right, so.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, these are the ones I've seen.
Right, so there's that. There's the big claw. And then we've got obviously.
Yeah, I guess they look like paper plates. Oh, that must be where the TARDIS landed.
Yeah. Right, here we go. So we've got this. Oh, so there's Doc. So they got Doc actually spot on in the animation. So.
Oh yeah. No, that everything really carries over quite well.
So there's the photos, obviously. And you're right, actually. Polly did have long hair in that episode, Rabbi. Spot on.
Oh, is it up in a bun? Yeah.
But then you look at this photo, and it looks like she has
short
hair.
No, she went for the haircut machine. This is the one where she cut her hair. You're right.
Right, so there's one with the claw. Right, there's no actual. In fairness, everybody is right. There is no actual photos. Oh, there we go. There's one there. So there's the paper plates. Oh yeah, they are. They're like bowls. Look. Oh, in fairness though, the design of that doesn't look too bad. You've got your hose pipe there, your pipe. Then they stuck something on there. Then they obviously built the claws.
Yeah, they cost them a fortune. Apparently,
it's not. You know, that's not bad considering back in the day. So there's a full picture of it there. So there it is. There's the Macra. That's what it would have looked like.
Cliffhanger was just when they're in charge.
So it was very hairy, or is that grass is at the ground out of it now? I don't know. But there you go. There was something interesting for you there now. And we're finished the second part. So as I said, we'll just jump into the third one. Then after the third one, we'll take a 5-minute break. So everybody can go to the loo. Or do you want to take the 5-minute break now? Rabbi, are you okay to just?
I think let's just jump into the third one. Let's just go.
Right. So I'm about to put the third one on. Well, I was until I kind of did that stupid thing. Oh, stupid bastard! No. I'm an idiot. Give me a second.
No problem.
Nothing's gone really. I swear to God, someone has it in for me. Someone has it in for me.
Infamy. They all have it in for me.
Yeah. Right, I nearly have it now. Where is it? I don't even know why that happened.
Oh,
I enjoyed the faceless ones.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, we should do that.
The other thing that's going to make you feel better about this whole thing is that story I wrote. Once you get to read it, I know that's going to make you feel better.
No, I will. I said I will. So what are we on? Part 3. Right. I just need to get it ready. Right, hold on. It'd be good if I actually start. Right, I'm ready. So
Okay.
You can do the countdown this time.
Fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
And we are off. Macra Terror Part 3.
Titles.
And I'm just going to bounce out for a second because the chat has frozen. So I'm going to refresh myself. So Rabbi will be there for a second.
I will regale you with tales of woe and tales of excitement. You know, when Noel comes back in, we should all be saying, and that, you know, we should all be laughing hilariously, saying, that was the most incredible story. That's the most, and I'll say, yeah, I just can't do that story again. I will never be able to repeat it in the same way. So I hope you all enjoyed that. It's the only time I'm ever going to tell anybody that ever.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, I see we got a hello on Facebook. Not quite sure who it is. Because as I said, it just says Facebook user on StreamYard. But welcome. Nice to have you here. We're on the Macra Terror Part 3 now, if anybody wants to join.
A bit of hard working happiness.
Yeah, I'm on that, yeah. It's funny though, because there's always been this thing with mind control, and then we found out that it actually could happen, which is interesting. Again, Doctor Who ahead of its time.
Yeah.
The man who wrote that should be sent to the danger gang, not us. Oh, Patrick Trowan, you're a legend. Oh, this is where they bump into El Medoc again, isn't it? So as we said before, when we did this, I think we might have done it actually on the other channel. That's where we're getting. But the Macra need the gas. So obviously the Macra appeared in New Who briefly in Gridlocked. Obviously they weren't done justice, but it was a nice little.
It was a nice little lot, but you know what? I didn't like the whole idea that they would just like these devolved monsters. I think what they really should have done is have the Macra been the ones behind the whole thing that trapped the people in the.
Yeah, I was hoping that was the case, but of course.
Yeah, that would have made much more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then that they would like make people stray below, so they can have, you know, a little bite to eat occasionally. Hey. I like that little smoke effect they got on it. It's very, it really works.
Yeah, it does. Of course, Jamie is the one that has to let the Doctor know that this is a great opportunity because, you know, the Doctor right now is oblivious to what's, you know, like, Doctor, you're the smartest one here, you know, should you not be going with him? You know what I mean? Wink, wink.
Okay, Doctor and Jamie, best bromance in Doctor Who ever.
Yes.
Yeah, no one's even close, is it?
Let me see.
Kind of like Harry.
Well, maybe the Doc and the Brig as well, though. They kind of had a bit of it because no matter what Doctor it was with the Brig,
Right.
there was a bit of a
Yeah,
bro.
I like this one because it's very specific to this.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Doctor and Jamie are great. I agree.
And Fraser Hines when he does
I'd love to bring him on the interview, but unfortunately, see, if I could do things like that, see, here's the thing now. See, I dug myself in a hole. I chose a side, and I believe I chose the side of right anyway, and I have no regrets about that. The only bad thing about that is that people like Fraser Hines would never come onto this channel because obviously, I would be classed as a negative YouTuber that hates on Doctor Who. So that's one thing I kind of would have likened to do with this channel, and it won't happen. And I'm under no illusion it won't, because they won't come on because they could receive backlash if they came onto my channel, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that 2 years from now, all this is going to be over. All this is going to be over.
Yeah.
I think the whole the whole being terrified of people on Twitter, I'm this the whole social justice word. It's all going to be over.
Yeah, he doesn't do YouTube interviews now. Yeah, but in lockdown, they might normally do these sort of things, but during lockdown,
I was going to get in touch
I'm not
with
saying they have nothing better to do, but what I'm saying is they might have a bit of free time that they never had before. Why not engage with the fans? Paul Morris is out there breaking his back. Is it Paul Morris? Is that his name? The guy that's trying to do the classic watch-alongs?
Oh, Philip Morris.
Oh, Philip Morris, and he's getting
he was a real dick.
Well, in fairness, he might. No, in fairness, yes, he does come across that way, but we've all been dicks in this fandom.
Well, that's fair enough. Okay, that I can hear. But
at the end of the day, all he's trying to do is make people aware that he wants to do classic Who, and he did ask he actually only brought it up with Emily, and then it was Emily's fans that kind of had a go at him. But he was just making the point, why not do a classic watch along as well, a tweet along? And the point that was made to him was it'd be very hard for fans to access stories. So into that would be this. It's quite simple. Then you make sure that you get episodes or you choose stories that fans are going to have. And if they're Doctor Who fans and they collect Doctor Who Blu-rays and DVDs, they will have the story. So
actually,
I actually disagree with Emily and other fans. I think there is a need for Doctor Who classic watch-alongs and tweet-alongs. And I think it is a shame that the focus is only on New Who by these fans. But again, and I'd say this to Philip Morris, I kind of understand it though, mate, because if you look at the demographic of the people that are actually running these tweet-alongs, they're in their mid-20s. New Who is their era of Doctor Who, whereas classic Who is yours. What I'd suggest is as I suggested, if you could get some big names behind classic Who to get behind them, but then you might generate some interest then, and then there's no place for them to do them. That's the only way you're going to get things
that's exactly what I was going to say. What they would be really smart to do is if they were going to do, they should have more of a schedule for these watch-alongs, and they should put the episode up on iPlayer for the 24 hours. That if they're doing classic tweet along, do put City of Death on iPlayer for 24 hours. That the tweet along is going to be going on for. Within that. And then they'll have some kind of synergy between that as well. They'll get more traction, got people going to iPlayer, and it would just bring everything together better.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was the thing that was missing. But again, though, I would, if they were to do the classic ones, I'm not talking about these people that are behind these ones, but if Mr. Morris was to get these and then, he was to generate enough interest, and I even said to him, listen, let me know what you need to get this, out there. So I've took it upon myself because he never replied back to me. Maybe he thinks I'm an asshole as well, which is fair enough. I am a bit of an asshole, but I'm gonna pour apart. So if I want a classic one, why not? Let's see how it goes. And I mean, if you want to make sure that everybody has a certain story, well, the Five Doctors would probably be the perfect one to actually do. And think but think about why I've chose the Five Doctors as well. There's a reason behind that one, right? So I'm using my head. Why not go with the Five Doctors? A lot of fans would be able to access that one. There would be no excuse.
Right.
I don't know. But they're down this tunnel anyway now. They're down in this mine shaft and Jamie has found the door. So you know what Jamie's going to do, folks. Don't just... Jamie's going to do what Jamie's going to do. I can't do a Scottish accent, so I'm not even going to try.
He's going to hit the broken door, the blocked door.
So now the fella that's in charge of the mine down, that's keeping an eye on them, is that they're getting hit by gas. So he needs to get him out, get medical attention. Yeah, the Five Doctors, I think, would be the perfect one to do Super John, because there would be no excuse. But you see, again, and this is not a criticism, the people behind these tweet-alongs are all in their mid-20s. New Who is their era of Doctor Who. So, era, I should say. So, they're going to that. So, if we want classic tweet-alongs, I think it's down to us to make it happen. I think it's down to us. We're the older fans. So,
well, you know what you think? It would be really easy programming for them to do, especially in this lockdown era. Get Mark Gatiss, Stephen Moffat, Ross Lee Davis, and whoever else, like a panel of 4 or 5 people, and have them insert at the bottom of a classic Doctor Who episode that they choose story, and have them do like the talk you through it, like basically like what we're doing now, but they can have the episode on screen as well.
Yeah.
That would, and you could do that. There's really easy programming they could do, and they would probably give it the chance to do it, and it would bring new people into fandom, which are like just been repelled over the last 2 years. Yeah, over the last 2 years, they've been just like forcing as many people away from fandom as humanly possible.
Yeah, it'd be a nice idea. Look, I might even try generate something. Now, do you know what? You know me, I'm out straight. I might actually just approach some of these actors and actresses and say, listen, we're thinking of organising a tweet along to classic Doctor Who stories and just seeing if there's any interest from you guys, if you would like to take part, and see where we go. Because these are not going to happen unless you ask. And I think the Five Doctors would be great. You know, I mean, you could get Carol Ann Ford on board.
Right.
You could get Fraser Hines on board if he was willing to do it. You know what I mean? They'd have to have the time to do it. But this would be brilliant. I think a classic tweet along, watch along is what this community needs right now. It's all well and good doing the New Who, and don't get me wrong, I will never belittle New Who because there was certain eras of New Who, certain stories in New Who that I absolutely love, right? But I want us to go back even further because there just seems to be a focus since 2005 onwards. We should go back and remember the good old days as well. Well, the classic days, I should say. And you know, I wouldn't mind watching a Sylvester McCoy bloody story now. Even one of these brutal ones. I wouldn't give a crap. To even
Yeah,
see him
that is true.
see him on a tweet along, or to see him watching the episode and commenting on the episode while he's watching would make my day. God, I love him in The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, he's about the only good thing.
Yeah,
about
he's
him.
the one that's smoking the grass. What's it? The grass weed or something, or whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, smoking a lot of that. Yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, I just got an email in of the file for the voice artists who did my story.
Oh, nice one.
Wow.
So now Ben is having kind of second thoughts. He's kind of fighting the control over him, but it still kind of has the power over him right now. So listen, I'd watch Paradise Towers and Delta and the Banner Men now, and I'd actually sit there and have a laugh.
Well, I said it. There's quite a lot I like.
With Sophie. I love it.
No, I do kind of like Delta Mode and Paradise Towers. If they shot it on location and they cast somebody to better for Pex and instead of Richard Bryars, that actually would have been a much better story.
Yeah. But look, we should be getting them involved anyway, because without them, we wouldn't be watching Doctor Who now. So, and I don't know, maybe they have been told that they can't do this. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating. But I think it would be a shame if something like that was said, because why not? I'd love to see Peter Davison, for one day after being hounded off Twitter to come back for one day and we talk about one of his stories and he does a tweet along with one of his stories. I mean, come on. What fan wouldn't be delighted to see Peter Davison back on Twitter for one night after the crap he got? It'd be absolutely fantastic. It's such a shame. And by the way, that was the excuse made when Philip actually asked about the classic Watchalong. So I can understand his frustration and I can understand why he has lashed out, because, it's Doctor Who. It should be all of Doctor Who. This, to me anyway, personally speaking, would have worked better if you had rotate classic story, new Who story, classic story, new Who story, and so on and so on. Got all the fans involved, because there is a certain part of this fandom that feels left out. Again, as always, BBC never think of the whole. Well, what do you expect? Yeah, we're about. Come on, Ben. Don't be a sellout. That Macra is deadly.
Right, because they made it so much bigger in the animation.
Not only that, I love this scene with Jamie walking through the tunnel, and he's trying to avoid the Macra, and then of course we have that little scene. This is where he picks up the stick, isn't it? I got confused. He's the one that actually picks up.
No, they had Ben do that before as well.
All right, but he picks up something to hit it as well. I think he picks up a stick or something. Maybe Peter Davison was a smart man, Super John, because maybe I should have stayed off Twitter as well. I was told before I joined Twitter, don't, but I didn't listen. I never listen. I need another drink. Right. Malibu Cola was all right. It's coconut. But is there a different one? Because I've had two different.
Do they still make what's that one? Lilt?
Oh yeah, we have that over here. Lilt, totally tropical taste. I love that drink.
Well, it's got the same tagline.
Yeah, thank you, baby. Yeah, that was the tagline, by the way, just in case anybody thinks I was being, and that's the way they said it.
Yeah,
Totally
they
tropical
put it
tea.
that way.
Yeah, it's a bleeding lovely drink. If you haven't tried it, Lilt, check it out. It's nice. Ice cubes, though, right? Pint glass. You have to have ice cubes. But it is, yeah. She's not getting Lilt in Israel, no?
No, we haven't had a look for years.
No way. What soft drinks have you
Yeah,
not over there that we would have here?
that you do have there.
Yeah, that
The
you
orange.
don't have.
We have like Miranda, the orange drink.
Oh,
Coke,
you have. Oh my God, they have Miranda. Cheryl, reeling in the
Sprite.
ears. Remember the drink Miranda? The reeling in the ears.
But we don't have it in America.
Yeah, but they have it in Israel. Miranda is like 1970s or something. It's like that.
1970s.
Yeah, an Irish band, by the way, did the actual song for that in the ads over here. Miranda. They're called the Horse Slips or something. You should check it out. Check out the Miranda song. There's an actual whole song for that drink. Yeah. Oh my God. We haven't sold that in this country since the 1980s. That's fascinating. Oh, I wonder if it's still the same. Remember?
Like that, like round shaped bottle with kind of like spout on top. It was like looked like an orange.
Yeah. Was that or Orangina?
That's the Orangina. There we
The one
go.
where you shook it?
Yes,
Before
yeah.
you drank it?
You get to.
Yeah, we still have that here, yeah.
A drink I never had, but I love the ad for was Umbongo. Umbongo. Drink it in the Congo.
Oh, I've never had that one myself either, but I know what you're talking about as well, yeah.
Little totally tropical taste.
Yeah. No, these are not alcoholic drinks, by the way, Michael. These are actually
can't have
soft drinks
one.
that we're talking about. I am drinking an alcoholic beverage, though.
Although, if you want, I would say the yummiest British alcoholic beverage that would be a snake bite in black. That is
Right.
half a pint of lager, half a pint of cider, and good cider. None of your like your alcohol free, but a good pint of scrumpy cider, and then a lot of Ribena.
Ribena. I like. Yeah, Cheryl likes our Ribena here.
You only get Ribena in England.
But there is one drink in the UK that I like, and I say UK because it's up in Scotland, and it's a little drink called Iron Brew.
Iron
Yeah, I love me Iron Brew. I have to say it's lovely. I'm sorry, but Iron Brew rocks.
What about some red Tizer and flying saucers?
Oh, remember the flying saucers now? Yeah, I wasn't a fan of them now, Randy.
When they had the sherbet inside.
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't a fan of them. I always found them a bit. You put them on your tongue and they melt away. No, I didn't like that sensation.
Oh, I like that.
Oh man, we had the greatest sweets back in the day and all. Man, everything was just so much better back in the day. I just thought today. Everybody's just about health. The sweets have to be healthy now. I want me teeth. I want me sweets to bleed and make me have a sugar buzz and run around the place. Club Orange, yeah, I love Club Orange, but the new Fanta recipe is good, Marty. I agree with you.
What about the Terry's chocolate orange?
Oh, we still have that here, yeah. Terry's chocolate orange is great.
Oh, there we go. James about to be eaten. Okay,
Right.
Best British candy of all time, Cadbury's cream eggs.
They've changed them now. There's a big debate about Cadbury's cream egg before we start the next part, right? They've changed the ingredients of the Cadbury's cream egg. They've a representative actually, because people giving out about the Cadbury's cream egg, and a Cadbury's representative came out and actually said that they're using a lower cocoa chocolate for the Cadbury's cream egg, and even the inside of the egg has changed as well. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the new Cadbury's cream egg.
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, when are we starting the next part? Look, I'm ready to go straight into the final episode.
Right, we'll go and do the last one now. So, Rabbi, you can hold on. Just give me a second. I just want to make sure I get a spot on. Right, do your countdown.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play.
And we are off. Teddy, what's wrong with you, buddy?
Well, I'm happy to report the healing power of alcohol is clearly taking effect.
Yeah, I'm actually in good form now. Yeah, I'm sorry for being. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't never have to apologize for being human.
We're only human after all. We're only human after all.
That's actually one of my favorite parts of the second Matrix movie when they meet Neo again, and they say, well, he's still only human. And he breaks that really good fight.
Jamie's face here is priceless.
Right.
This is actually not a bad story.
I love this story. I fell in love with it in was it 92 when they brought it out on audio. I was excited. I didn't know anything about it. Never heard of it before, really. I'm like, okay. And it was so entertaining.
Rabbi and Noel to compose the Series 13 theme tune. Oh, Jesus. Jeez, don't do that to me. No way. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to be part of that. Maybe
I could do it. It'll be something like this.
You know what? Maybe we could. Yeah, that just reminds me of actually.
Both of them gone. And now Doctor Who. It just sound like that.
Yeah, but here, by the way, part of that Doctor Who magazine thing, they have an interview by the composer, and he says composing the score or something of Series 12, and I was like, well, there is nothing to compose because the music was all the same all the way through. So
awful.
What was actually different? I'm sorry, mate, but it should have been called boring. Boring, man. Your music, like you have a song called The Fam. Get out of town. You have a song called The Fam. I've never heard that and so ridiculous. Right, your music's all the same. Whereas more. Oh, by the way, good news related to Series 10.
Oh yeah.
Anybody's a fan of Series 10, we forgot to bring this up actually. Finally, after all this time, BBC, because obviously they are strapped for cash, have decided that it's about time that Murray Gold's Series 10 soundtrack be released all of a sudden. They refused to release it at the time, and now all of a sudden they're releasing it. Now listen, I know people have complained because Series 10 was his greatest hits and all this. It's the same music, right? But in fairness, go out and buy that album because it's Murray Gold. I miss Murray Gold. I listen to Murray Gold in the shower, believe it or not. Love his music. But I'm glad he's not part of this. I'm glad now in a way, if he was fired or he left of his own accord, I'm glad anyway. Because I didn't want, there'd be no way that he could rescue this crap anyway. Oh, right, anyway.
I was just looking at my stats on my YouTube page, my the studio. Never felt whenever I do a negative video on the current era, on that which shall not be named, it always gets like double the views half the time.
Same here, but you know what?
Crazy.
For me, but for me, it's not about that anymore. I don't care that those videos do well. To be quite honest with you,
yeah, that's the bottom line. If it's not doing good for you, your mental state.
I actually no. I was before this crisis hit. where we were doing the series 12 panels. Every single one of those panels got over 1,000 views. Every single one. So it's now my views are right down. It's not. I don't care. I really don't. I just don't want to give them oxygen. I really don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for the simple fact is it's just making me angry all the time. It actually is depressing me. I mean, Doctor Who saved me life and for it to turn out this way, and we've lost Rabbi again. Tell you, I hate YouTube and StreamYard now. Yeah, I can't imagine his music. It'd be just, you know what? You'd have to take acid, problem being to probably enjoy yourself at that proms. Did you read that comment by problem being?
Did I miss it? Did they say, wasn't it, Esculia Kuda, whatever his name is, going to be doing the proms?
Yeah, he says, no, he's not doing it. But he says, I can't imagine Akinola's music at the proms.
Don't take acid. You'll have a bad trip.
You'd want to be on acid to enjoy that.
You would have a terrible trip.
And by the way, sorry, I have to disclaimer. I'm not actually saying that anybody should take acid to listen to his music. I'm just saying that's what I would have to do to go to that proms to enjoy it. Actually, and still, I probably wouldn't even enjoy it. I'd probably have to throw in a few magic mushrooms as well, just to kind of see
that. Did you see the stadium show they did with Matt Smith? Or he wasn't in it, but with all the monsters?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, I've never seen it. The only one that I've ever seen of the proms of the babies, the Doctor Who ones, was the one that Smith did with Jenna. They were there, both of them. But it was the one after that where Matt Smith, straight after, I think he went to I think it was Glastonbury.
Oh, right.
He came onto the stage and he actually played the Doctor Who theme.
Right, that was really cool.
And then it went into the dance music. That was epic. See that? Matt had already been over as the Doctor, but when I seen that, I was like, oh my God, he's just like me. He's a raver too. Brilliant.
But the thing I'm thinking of wasn't the proms. It was like a stadium show they did. I never saw it because they didn't come to Israel. I couldn't make to England.
All right. No, I didn't see it.
You can find it on YouTube. People like putting it together. Did you ever see that? That was really clever. It was the sequel to Carnival of Monsters.
All right.
And it had Nigel Planer in it, playing the Morgan, the guys who had the miniscope, his son. And Matt Smith wasn't in it, but they did this really clever thing that they had him like caged in this force field. So what it essentially was, they had him 4 screens and they had him film him in 4 different, in 4 angles. So it looked like he was trapped in this cage. And it was life-size. It was really clever.
Here's a question. Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you guys as well in the chat. Is there any YouTuber you would like me to actually bring on and have a stream with or interview, or is there anybody that you would like me to bring on? You know, and might as well, take a stab at it and see what happens. The worst they can say is no, isn't it? I suppose. But is there anybody out there that you would like to hear from? Another popular YouTuber that you would like to see us two get together, that you think we would make?
I'm always happy if you can get Gary on.
Yeah, I can ask Gary. Gary is hard to tie down. To be honest,
he is hard to tie down. That's true.
But I had him on before. In fairness, he was on this channel with Bowstrick, the 2 of them.
The thing with Gary is he's totally mellow to anything as long as you catch him. If he sees your tweet or whatever, your communication, and he's around, he was like, yeah, sure. But he's so deluged with the emails and whatever.
Yeah, for Wingy. I like Wingy Media myself. He was one of the very first Doctor Who YouTubers I start actually listening to, and he does. He's brilliant with his videos, especially Classic Who. Tom Baker fan he is. Some people have said Doomcock. Trust me, I would love to get Doomcock on, but that's going to be almost impossible. Doomcock is so busy. It's, I mean, it's very rare that he actually guests on a lot of people's channels. And he started to bring guests on his own channel, so it'll be hard. But I'll ask Doomcock. I'm pretty sure if I asked him, he'll let me know when he's available, and we'll see. Heel versus Babyface. Yeah, I'd love to get him on personally.
I just want to interrupt for a second.
Yeah, we've actually spoken
a bit going on right now in the episode.
A few weeks back, actually, and I said with me and Rabbi were speaking, and I actually said it to, yeah, we'd love to get you on to do a Batman one, and he seemed to be up for it, so he said yeah. He didn't say no, so yeah, they won't say no. They never say no. The only problem with all these YouTubers is this. Is because they're bigger YouTubers, they're a lot more busy than a YouTuber like me. And, they're sent a lot of stuff all the time. And, unless you're constantly at them, telling them that you sent them a message. And I'm not that type of person. I don't like annoying.
Right, yeah. Nobody wants to be that way.
Exactly. So when they see it, they see it. That's the way I look at it. Now, don't get me wrong. I've asked Doomcock if he's wanted to come on. He has responded to me. And he does have a schedule. He's booked out. Like, that guy is just super busy. Gary can squeeze them in sometimes, but again, as Gary texted me, actually, as I told you last week, Gary's already texted me, said he'll bring me on a new one. So when they're talking Doctor Who, as I said, I won't talk Doctor Who on this channel. That doesn't mean that I won't go on any other person.
Oh my God, I have to tell you,
I'm just not doing it on my own channel anymore. I just don't want to. YouTube, you're gonna do it. I'll come on to our YouTube channel and I'll talk about it. Except this time, I'm just gonna let you know that if I do come on, the shackles are gonna be taken off because it's not my channel. I will respect your rules. Like, you just tell me that I can't say certain stuff, that's fine. But I'm not going to hold back. You know what I mean? I just don't want to do it on my own channel anymore. I'd rather do something that's Dave Cullen. I'd love to get on as well myself.
Great.
Dave, on his YouTube videos. I don't know where, if he has a Twitter account, I'll check. I should be actually subbed to the guy anyway. I am subbed to the guy. I mean, I should be following him on Twitter anyway because I do like fellow Irishman. So yeah, wouldn't mind that one. But look, as I said, we'll see what happens anyway. But yeah, so the Doctor has figured out now because Jamie is stuck in this tunnel and they've been poisoning the tunnel so the Macra can go in and get him. So the Doctor now has figured out that they can actually make wind tunnels for Jamie to save him. Oh no, there's Jamie there. Okay, I've missed loads. Sorry.
I was just going to say, there was a bit on it earlier, which is one of my favorite bits in the whole story, where Jamie was doing the whole Highland Fling thing in the background, where they got the practicing the dancers for the next day or so. I just love that little background thing. It was so weird.
Marty, I've tried to get a Chibnall supporter on, but they won't come on.
Oh, they won't come on. Yeah.
I've actually given up asking. There's not one that's willing to come on. And you know what? Actually, I wouldn't be. I just want to find out the reasons why. I mean, for example, someone said how they loved You Know Who, and I just wrote up and said, honestly, just explain to me, because I just need you to explain, why is she so great? What is it about her Doctor stands out more than anybody else's? And guess what? No reply. You never get a reply. They won't reply. I'll never get one on. So it'll never happen, unfortunately, Marty. Critical Drinker says, problem being, Starry-Eyed Girl. Yeah, I have to bring Sarah back on again. And now that we're doing these, I think this would be the great opportunity to bring Starry-Eyed Girl back on. Because, of course, as ourselves, the whole timeless children's story arc knocked the stuffing out of her as well. So, yeah.
I mean, she had a rough time recently with the the thing that's going on and her mother passing away. So
Yeah. So we'll get her back on. We will. Starry will come back on. It's just the thing about Starry-Eyed Girl, you have to give her a lot of notice, and then when she feels comfortable coming on, then she's more than welcome to come on. I'm not going to force anybody to come on.
She's like stuck at home with her 7 and 11-year-old, which just earlier, as a parent, like I've been stuck at home with my kids, and you love your kids, but you love it when they leave. So much better.
Yeah, I actually did reach out to Flower Productions because I wanted to get them on their Chips parody.
That was brilliant, wasn't it?
Them about that. But again, because unfortunately this channel has a bit of a bad reputation, which it does, nobody wants to touch it, you know. But you know what? Look, I'm okay with that. I've always been okay with that. I chose a side that I believed and still do believe was the right side of history. The people that are on the wrong side of history, we've seen how they've acted lately. They're on the wrong side. So I've no regrets for any decision I made on this channel or any path that this channel has taken. And if the consequence of that is that I never get to get certain people on this channel, well, that's the price I pay, and I'm willing.
Yeah, I don't think you had any choice to do it. You have to be honest who you are, and I don't think you had really any choice to do anything other than the way you've done it.
Marty, in answer to that question, we had a falling out. That's all I'll say on that. There was a video I did that didn't go down too well, as you know, a few months back, the Jodie Whittaker video, where I was given certain photograph. A lot of other people knew about them, but nobody would do a video on it. I did. Didn't go down well, and a couple of people fell out with me over it. Listen, the end of the day, I've fallen out with people 3 years of running this channel, and the one thing I've learned is this: is that you move on. There's no.
Yeah, you have to, otherwise you go crazy. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Listen, I've had some great people on this channel, and even people that I don't talk to now, they're still great people. It's just we have different opinions on certain things, and sometimes rather than have big falling outs and fights, some people just decide the best thing to do is not to talk, and that's fine, fair enough. But again, I'll wish everybody well out there. You know.
By the way, is there any way to see if what is it, Metaltron or everything trended tonight? I don't think it did.
Does anybody care?
Well, I mean, I'm interested.
Right, go on, check it, and if you get the screen,
I have no idea how to check it. It's not trending now, but it.
All right, hold on. Who was in the chat the last time that did this? I think it was Derek McManus. Derek, are you still here? If you're still here, could you do us a favor, because I don't know how to do it either. Can you go on to Twitter and check the trends for Metaltron? By the way, listen, I don't want anybody talking about other people in this stream, right? This is not the place for this. I've explained my side of it now. We don't need to keep going on about anything that went on. So just forget about it now, please. At the end of the day, listen, Yvette has gotten in contact with me. And, you know, she was let me know how she's getting on. And she was wishing me and Cheryl and Ted well. So I'm grateful for that. And as you've seen before as well, other people that haven't been talking to me, we're on the stream together defending a certain issue. So, you know, even though, you know, you don't see these people on the channel anymore, and we don't really talk. There's no ill will. No, I know. Look, life's too bloody short, right? And
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm gone old, and I'm too old. I'm not saying I'm too old in that aspect, but I'm big and bold enough to just let things go now. It's gone, you know. So just we move on. We move on. Anyway, there we go. Oh, they're all inhaling this smoke. I have to say though, right? This animation, the smoke in the animation. How does anybody know how they do that?
Oh yeah, no, it's a filter. It's very easy.
So how do they do it? Do they do the animation, right? And then like say film it, but have a steam machine or something and film it again.
It's essentially it's like, but I think it's computer generated. It's a stock effect. You just layer on as you
Oh,
as you're compositing your thing. I'm just looking now. The Metaltron is trending at 19 now, and that was so a few hours afterwards.
right. Well, 19's not bad. Just a matter of interest because they did do the woman who fell to earth. It was organised by, as you heard earlier on, William Hill by Jump Top. See if that got any trends. It'll be funny. I bet you it didn't because nobody gives a crap. I don't think anybody realizes that nobody gives a crap about that. The reason why these tweet alongs were successful is because it was actually Doctor Who that people actually loved and enjoyed. But again, thanks for criticizing me and paying me. So
yeah, listen, dude, I would be quite happy with that result if I was you.
Do you know what? Just to let you know, right? Well, there's that music again. Hold on. Do 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 do. I actually like that. That cheers me up a little bit. Do
Well,
do 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 do. And they're all there clapping.
I tell you, this is one of the weirdest colonies they ever visited in Doctor Who.
Yes, definitely. I agree with you.
I mean, this freaked me out way more than like the Celestial Toy Maker.
Yeah, but it works. It just so
Right.
works.
Hey, no, I have a practical question to ask you.
Go on.
Dare I ask, do we schedule trying to do Destiny of the Daleks another time?
Yeah, I still want to do it. Look, I'm not going anywhere. I just had a bit of a wobble. I'm just
Well, we really should do one of those other streams we've been talking about. We were talking about doing the Time Machine, and what's the other one you wanted to do?
War of the Worlds. Do you know
one-
what? Look for doing the Time Machine next if you want to do.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Because that movie actually does put a bit of a smile on my face. Now, listen, it's the updated version. We will be doing the classic versions, but there's just look at the updated version is not the greatest in the world, but there's just something about it that draws me to it. I don't know what it is, and that Time Machine is awesome.
It just does everything good enough, it updates it enough that you get a flavor of the original, and it's new and it looks cool. Oh, we're done. There you go.
Wow, that just flew in.
Wow.
But look at that. See what I mean? Good Doctor Who story. But yeah, but look again, lots to happen on this channel. We definitely do that. But there is something that Time Machine is awesome. But I do like the concept. I do like the fact that man went to the moon, messed with the moon, and that's how it all kind of came about. I did like that concept.
I like anything with Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons was actually pretty. Yeah, Jeremy Irons is actually good in it now. I have to say.
I like the design of the Time Machine.
And the Morlocks. I like the design of the.
I started watching it again recently, so because I know we're going to be watching it, so I want to get. And the first 15 minutes or so are it's like a Saturday Night Live sketch of what they think English people are like.
Yeah.
It's very it's very It's
The Time Machine is good, Michael, if you haven't seen it. Now, the original, you'll never beat the original. Won't you not, Rabbi? Like, the original is a classic.
Yeah, although again, I agree, but I do enjoy this remake.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But this remake is actually, it's not. I remember at the time it was overhyped, and when it was released, it was a kind of a lukewarm reception, especially here. But then over the years, it's gathered quite a cult following. But
Right.
the whole thing, the whole point of the movie is brilliant. He goes basically, I won't tell you what happens, but there's an incident in it that makes him build a time machine. And then he goes to ask this question. And it's very interesting, the resolution that they come up with it, because it makes absolutely so much sense. I love the ending of this movie, actually. The ending of this movie is epic. It's H.G. Wells, yeah, it's a H.G. Wells novel, but this is a modern day adaptation with Guy Pearce in the lead role. Look, it is. I prefer the original. I do like that original. I like that story. I like how dramatic it is. I like how, when he finds out basically what happened. It's quite shocking to him. This new one is, look, it has Guy Pearce, but it also has an Irish actress. It was her first breakthrough role. She was a singer here, called Samantha Mumba, and her little brother also his first breakthrough role. That was his very first role. So the girl and the kid in this that Guy Pearce hooked up with in the movie, that was actually their first movie ever. Yeah.
Hey, no, I am crawling. I have to
No
go.
problem. We're gonna go anyway. Listen, I hope you did enjoy the Macra. I know we were, Jordan, and we were kind of talking about different stuff.
Well, I guess
That's what happened. We're having a discussion. I can see that everybody enjoyed themselves anyway. But listen, thank you for tuning in. Rabbi, just quickly, briefly before you go, have you got anything to?
Actually, I got something really cool I'm posting tomorrow. So again, this story I wrote, which I'm really trying to get you to read, I just got the voice file in for somebody's done a dramatic narration of it. So I'm gonna illustrations and to put with it tomorrow. And so yeah, so hopefully it'll look as good, or I can do a version by next week that'll look as good as the ones they put out.
Wow.
So it's an American guy reading it, I'm afraid, and I had to tell him the phonetic spelling of Valeyard. So because he was like, "What is this, Valeyard?"
Right. Well, it does sound interesting, though, doesn't it, folks? Something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's coming out tomorrow.
Right. Anything else?
Yeah, at some point I'm going to go over the Doctor Who magazine article on the ratings, which categorically say they were terrible. So anybody spinning the nonsense that the ratings aren't terrible, even Doctor Who magazine disagrees with it at this point. Shilly Doctor Who magazine.
Right. Well, that's something that all of you guys will get our teeth sunk into. Of course, if I was still talking about this shit, I would obviously be talking about the ratings. But I'm blue in the face. I've been telling these people for 2 years. So Doctor Who magazines finally came around after 2 years. Who gives a crap? These are 2 years.
You can't deny the data.
Yeah. We know what Mr. TARDIS will think of that problem being. He probably,
I'm saying that's why I would do a video on that.
Yeah.
And also,
he's probably sitting there with a big red face on him now, saying, "What have you done?" He's been there defending these ratings for 2 years now.
It's funny, isn't it?
And if he's such a fan, he will have the Doctor Who magazine. But listen, don't be surprised, right? If that guy does get that magazine and he actually picks up on that article and he actually spins it, because that's the type of.
I know, but
Yeah, Rabbi, you go ahead, go on, because I'm just going to ramble on for a few more minutes as I normally do. Thanks for joining me tonight. Good night, mate. Sleep tight. But yeah, people like him, they'll always, there's nothing new there. Not surprised anymore. But yeah, as they said, delusional is not the word anymore. He's not a bully. He's not a bully. He likes to think he's a bully, but he's not. He's not a bully. All he is a fool. He's a fool. You know. See, here's the thing, right? Chickens like him, like he's been invited on loads of people's channels to kind of explain himself, and he won't. He won't. They never do. They never do. Yeah, don't mind these goons. Let them. Let them. They came after me as well. Who gives a shit? They all come after us all. And they'll continue to come after us all, Michael, as long as you have a problem with this era of Doctor Who, unfortunately. So, do you know what? I would suggest to people out there that have actually had enough of this bullshit, if you're sick of getting into little arguments and pathetic little, squabbles with these idiots, the best bit of advice I could give you is just live. Live. Because, Series 13, they're not going to be around after. There's no way they can be, right? There's no way. It's impossible, right? So just live. 1 or 2 years max, we'll have to stay away from this crap, right? It's not long. It's not long. It'll fly in. Fly in. And then when the new showrunner comes in, then we see who they cast. Then we could break it down, right? Then we can see where we're going to stand with the show. We'll see what villains are going to be brought in. We'll see what special guests they bring in. And then we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Then we'll watch the first episode as we did with this era, because we have to be fair. And then if it's an improvement, we'll say it's an improvement. But if it's still the same old shit, well, then it'll be the last ever review I do of this new Who ever. Because what's the point? You know what I mean? If you get a new showrunner in and they continue the same way, well, then it doesn't matter. He leaves or she leaves. They bring in another one, and it's the same thing over and over again. So let's just say that Peter Capaldi was the last great Doctor, because even though some of his era did have this crap in it, it didn't have as much as the last two series have had. So let's just say Peter Capaldi was the last great Doctor that we had. And you know what? That's not bad to say. I mean, fitting tribute to one of the greatest Doctors and a huge Doctor Who fan. So, you know what I mean? To me, I can reconcile myself with that. It's been a long process for me, to be quite honest with you. I've had such an attachment to this show. None of you would actually even realise. But I think last night and tonight, especially as well, have just been the total breaking points. I just don't see the point. Just don't. And people like him will keep going bullying, if that's what you want to call it. I don't even really call it bullying. They're all insecure little idiots, and they're trying to assert themselves, make themselves out to be people that they're not. At the end of the day, if you stood right in front of them all, they'd probably piss themselves. So, you just have nothing to worry about them. If you don't want to be bullied by idiots like that, just don't comment anymore. What's the point? Give it no oxygen. Give these J-bots no oxygen to go and attack you in the first place. We kill it dead. Listen, as soon as you stop commenting on Twitter and all that, Facebook, right, everything's just going to go dead, because they have nobody to argue with. So they don't really come on to these jokes. Remember, they only go on to all these sites, right, to scour through at negative comments, right? And then they pick up on the negative comments, and then they start going in and criticizing. That's all they do. But if you're not in there putting in your negative comments, then you're not adding fuel to the fire. They won't then come in and then attack you. They're going to live like the little fakes that they all are. They don't even support this show. They'll only come out and defend it because we have a problem with it. And they have to feel important. And then they latch themselves on, try to make themselves more important than they actually are. And they're not. They're not fans of this show. They never were. So at the end of the day, I think you are better off. If you don't want any more of this crap, just don't get involved anymore. Listen, someone said to me last night and said to me tonight, Doctor Who will come back again. And hopefully it will be better. But all we can do is just hope right now. But it can't be any worse than what we've gotten. But again, you never know with the BBC. So we'll just have to wait and see. But this will blow over. They'll be gone. Just don't add fuel to the fire. Just leave. You're better off. Better for your own mental health as well. Just get out. Just get out. Just talk about your favourite Doctor Who. Don't even engage with these people. What's the point? What's the point? They're only looking for you to do that so they can actually, as I said, that's the thing that gives their lives any meaning, is coming and attacking guys like you who genuinely love the show. You're giving them the fuel by actually responding back to these nitwits. Just don't respond back to them anymore. Just forget about it. You know, our day will come and disband them again. You know what I mean? They're not gonna go. They're gonna bail. Trust me, this ship is sinking. Right? They're gonna bail. They always do. So don't worry. Yes, we'll have to be around to pick up the pieces, but that's what we'll do as fans, because that is our job. Right now we cannot support this because the direction the show is going in. So it's time that everybody disengaged. Just disengage. Forget about them. They're blow-ins, right? They'll be blown back out as soon as this era of Doctor Who is gone. And I think that's where we've been going wrong. We need to stop engaging. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to stop engaging them. I'm going to stop talking about the era because it's the only thing that's going to make the BBC finally listen. When the audience numbers, they've already fallen over a cliff. It's just BBC right now are slow to react. But by the time the Christmas special comes around, nobody will be watching. And then if Series 13, which Chris Chibnall has actually confirmed isn't delayed, in Doctor Who magazine he has said they're still on schedule to go ahead, right? So if that goes ahead, right, we just don't get involved. Forget about it. Let them do what they're doing. I don't care what villains they have in it. You know what I mean? I don't care who they're going to get the star in it. They're not going to trick me again by bringing back former companions, even if they're classic companions. It's not going to work. All their tricks that they have tried, they used out now. It's done. So we all disengage. We all do this, what we're doing now. Classic Who. Talk about Doctor Who that makes us actually happy. And we focus on other things as well. And then when Doctor Who comes back to a state that we believe is where it should be at, then we will re-engage with Doctor Who again. And we will fall in love with Doctor Who all over again. But until then, we should just let them have it. Go ahead. Congratulations. So, yeah. I just hope that makes sense anyway. It's up to you anyway. I'm not telling you what to do. You all have your own mind in this fandom though. And some of you might feel like that you still need to go out there and have your arguments or fight your case. But we've been doing it to these lunatics for 2 years and we haven't gotten through to them for 2 years. What makes you think we're going to get through to them this time? We're not going to get through to them, just like they're not going to get through to us. So it's going to be an endless circle, endless battle, and there's no point. There's no point. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for anybody. I've seen good friends come and go on this channel. I've seen people leave social media. because they can't take it anymore. And it's just why? Because we're having the same arguments for the last 2 years. The other side of the fandom know what the problems are because we've been telling them, right? They've been telling us for 2 years what they think of us. So we've gotten nowhere. We were getting somewhere. We were, right? And I want to actually finish off by saying this because this is important. We had a campaign. We followed that campaign through and we got some responses from the BBC. The amount of backlash that BBC received made me proud to be a Doctor Who fan. And yous all played your part. And you know what? We were finally getting somewhere with that. The tweet-alongs were proving that. But be under no illusion that Paul Cornell didn't do this all by himself. He was brought in just to do exactly that. Now, I have now watched this little thing that he done where St. Jodie rescues the girl in the mirror. And Gary showed it in his video, very poignant. And the symbolism, as he said, is very poignant. Because you see part of this animation where it cracks and it breaks off like glass. This was Paul Cornell, which Gary rightly pointed out, was him telling us, this is what I think of canon. Canon means nothing. It's destroyed. That was the whole point of that. That's why he mass blocked people. He knew what was coming. He added the fuel to the fire. So if the timeless children's story arc had annoyed fans enough, he had made sure that canon meant absolutely nothing by doing that short story and basically destroying it. Right? So all the goodwill that was built up by Emily and everybody that was behind these tweet-alongs was destroyed. And that was it. Right? So this is why I think this is the time for us to stop doing what we're doing, because we've been doing it for 2 years. We got somewhere, and now he's at the setting us back again. Now the fandom, you have already seen it, has reacted. You've got people defending them, and you've got Airside arguing, and then it's back to the way it was. All the goodwill is gone. We're back to square one with the fandom. And Paul Cornell made sure that he made it clear, just like Chris Chibnall has and Matt Strevens, that while they're in charge, while they're writing for Doctor Who, canon means absolutely nothing. And to add insult to injury, Stephen Moffat and RTD have come out and said that they tried to watch Jodie Whittaker episodes live when they actually premiered, right? Now, for people out there telling me that I jumped the gun with these two men, I'm sorry. They're saying it now in Doctor Who magazine in an interview that just brought out today. So again, they're playing the other side of the fandom again now. So they're basically trying to appease the other side by saying, oh, listen, we do watch shot now. As I said already, it's either shut up or it's time to choose a side, right? And as I said, my gut was right all along. They're sellouts. Just like Paul Cornell, they're sellouts. So get away. I'm done. That's why I'm done. When I seen that, that was it as well. Done. As I said, this isn't the time to be playing both sides of the fandom. This is the time to come out and be on the right side of history. There is no integrity anymore. There is no loyalty to a show that they claim to love. And I do not. When I see comments like that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said it already and I'll say it again. they're sellouts. Just like that little snake, Cornell. Such a bloody shame. All angling, I bet you, to get some sort of work, which even makes it sicker. So all the goodwill was destroyed. And I'm sorry, Emily, you done a great thing. And you know what? I don't get on with many people in the Doctor Who magazine. I've had run-ins with some over the last 2 years, 3 years, covering this on this channel. But I have to say, what you did was pretty amazing. You actually, for those few weeks, brought the fans together, and it culminated into the greatest weekend that we had on that watch-along 2 weeks ago. And that was all down to you. And for someone to come in and ruin all that on you, all that goodwill that was built up by the fandom, for someone to come in and do all that, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. And then for him to come out and say, oh, by the way, yous all owe Chris Chibnall a round of applause because all the new Who content that yous are getting during the lockdown, well, he's responsible for it. That's funny. So why'd you put your name, Paul, on your little prequel or sequel, whatever you want to call it, your little short story? Why is RTD Stephen Moffat putting their name on little short stories if it's all down to Chris Chibnall? It's not all down to Chris Chibnall. Emily took it upon herself to do something for this fandom during lockdown, and it became a success. And then the rest of the little nitwits, as I said, BBC got their paws on this early. I told you all along, right? This is why all these other idiots were getting involved and then talking about how canon isn't important. Canon is important, and canon means something. And as soon as you disrespect canon, well then, that's it. So let them have it. They've got it for another year or two, maybe, right? But it'll be back in their hands because a showrunner will come in and probably try, but the damage is done. And you know what the worst thing about it is, though, folks, right? The worst thing about this whole situation is this, is that Paul Cornell is actually happy with his work. And I don't mean he's working as in, you know, the little thing that he did. I'm actually talking about blocking people. He's actually gloating. He's actually proud of the fact that he's blocked people. Garrett Roberts actually had a pop at him. Now, as I have told you, and Garrett Roberts has actually backed up what I actually said on this channel a couple of days back when I said that this guy has been at it a long time. This guy, I've actually found tweets from even back in 2009, 2010. This guy blocks anybody that's either associated with Garrett Roberts or has said that negative about this current era of Doctor Who. He's a lunatic. And this is the guy I suspect that is probably being groomed, if it's the right word, to take over after Chibnall. Now, if he takes over after Chibnall after the way he has behaved and his clear disregard for Doctor Who canon, which all of these idiots, and remember, this is why I call them sellouts, and people think I'm being harsh on RTD and Moffat, but the two of them have actually come out and said that canon means absolutely nothing, but then have had a go at Chibnall. So which is it? You either have a problem with canon being broken or you don't. That's the point I'm making. And that's the point. That's why I said there's no time for sitting on the fence. You're either on the right side of history or you're on the wrong side of history. So choose a side. And by the way, just to let you know, just in case you're confused about the right side of history, we're the right side of history. Actually, all the facts backs us up anyway. So, like, you know, why not admit to ourselves that she's got it wrong? And just, you know, this would be over tomorrow if you just all came out and actually we're true to use our feelings. But as long as they play both sides, they're sellouts. And I don't care if they're working an angle. That's not how it works with me. If you don't like Anton, you're a former showrunner, and you don't like the way the show is going, and I think you do have, and especially if you're responsible for that person taking the job, I think it is your responsibility to come out and fix it. But not only that, to come out and criticize as well. But no, there's no integrity. There just seems to be loyalty to this man, Chris Chibnall, for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's sickening, to be honest with you. They all support the fact that the foundation of the Time Lords is based on the experimentation and multiple murder of a child, but we'll forget about that one. You know, because it's not about that, isn't it? No? So that's it. So listen, it's done. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just not engage with them anymore. Yous are better off. Yous will feel a whole lot better, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, that's it really. It's, as I said, Doctor Who will be back in their safe hands again someday. And hopefully then we will get some people that actually care about the show. Yes, they did fire a bunch of yes men and women. You're right. Harley Quinn, you're absolutely spot on. And that's the problem with modern day entertainment. It's all yes people. You know, you have nobody out there that will stand up for their beliefs. They will just go with the company way, because, you know, they don't want to rock the boat. They don't actually want to use their brains, if that's, you know, which is sad. Because all entertainment is the same. If you think about it, it doesn't matter what TV show it is. If you're putting all this propaganda crap in it, but then it all becomes the same. It doesn't matter what show it is, the message is the same. This is what I have a problem with. They're telling us the same message throughout multiple franchises. You know, you don't need multiple franchises to get your message across. You know, that's, again, as we said, that's hammering the message that you're trying to get across. You're hammering it home to the audience, and the audience don't like things like that, you know, constantly. And a barrage of this, do this, you have to do that. You know what I mean? It's supposed to entertainment. That's why I got the word entertainment. But that word should actually be changed now to propaganda media, because it's not entertainment anymore. And that's the sad thing, though. It's a lot of TV shows are spreading the same message. Oh, it's ridiculous. But, you know, that's modern TV. Right, folks, I'm going to go. We're at the 3-hour mark anyway. Listen, I hope you have enjoyed the Macra Tower discussion. I know this stream has been a bit of a weird one at the start. But we got into our stride eventually. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you for the super chats. I've never been paid for being criticized, so that was funny. But I do appreciate it. Even if you don't like me, I do actually still appreciate your contribution. To be honest with you, you know, as I've always said, you're all welcome. It's just, the problem is you just can't accept that other people have different opinions to you. And I've just got to the stage where it's been 3 years now of this same crap. What's the point? What's the point? Sure, we're going around in circles now at this stage. Well, yeah. So thank you to everybody in the chat as well. Me moderators and everybody that contributed in the chat tonight as well. And as I said, super chats. Rabbi, me guest as well. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you would like to, of course. And I will talk to you all. What day is it today? Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. We'll see about a stream tomorrow. I'll see how I'm feeling. I'll let you know. but I will talk to you over the weekend anyway. Listen, have a good one. Good night and stay safe, everybody.